Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Doggos. Is my mic good? We're good? Do I have to repeat that?
No.
We're good. Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Doggos. Tuesday night, Annihilation edition. We've gone all around Omu. We've had many deaths, and the players have recently been able to complete their quest on finding all of the puzzle cubes in all the different shrines that they were looking for. We then sort of walked around, had a bit of a kerfuffle, killed a few people, did a lot of other stuff, and then they've made their way to the front of what they believe to be the Tomb of Annihilation. But they don't know that yet.
So we've been doing the World of Annihilation.
No, they are.
It's time for the tomb.
Yeah, they've gone from the world to the tomb, but yeah, currently they're still trying to look around Omu and find their way in. They managed to put the cubes in, and then they were left with a door that was stuck in front of them with an interesting shape in the door that resembled some kind of snake-like staff. But before we kick off, we're going to have a quick word from all of our sponsors and partners on the stream. We're going to start off with the one and only Sam the Dice Smith. Dice Smith.
Hey guys, Sam from the Dice Smith, proud sponsor of Dungeons, Dragons and Doggos. If you haven't, head over to our website, that is thedicesmith.square.site. We have a February sale going on at the moment. You get free shipping worldwide if you use the promo code FEBSALE. We have all different dice of different colours, different styles. We have spell markers, we have dice chests, dice towers, you name it, we've got it. Head over to our website, check it out our Facebook, our Instagram. There's new products and new ideas going up all the time, so check it out and get yourself a bargain for our February sale.
Reroll. They're been with us for ages.
Okay.
Allow you to bring your characters into a little pixel form. You can upload your character sheets onto there as well in a handy little app. You'll find that on reroll.co, on your Apple App Store, Google Play Store. I sent out a tweet earlier this week to get people to send me in some of their reroll stories. I've got a few here that I want to share with you. This first one just says, "Hey guys, love the stream. Since hearing reroll on your stream, been using it, really great. HB, please kill TPK these bastards." Oh, okay. An odd one.
Fair.
Checks out.
Hey guys,
That was me.
you're doing great. You're doing great work. Keep up the work. You're smashing Omu. HB, please TPK these guys. Oh, okay. Seems to be a bit of a theme going at the moment.
Is this Almond Crystal?
Hey, the bet's alive, I'll tell you that.
We've got another one. HB, TPK these guys. It doesn't actually mention
I think
anything to do with
just
reroll.
HB just messaging the
Maybe I put the wrong thing down. One more. Reroll, great app. Love its ease of use. Jacob, you're sexy.
Definitely.
I don't know which one.
Definitely fake account.
How'd you find my hole?
I don't know. So get on there, check out
Mercy, I believe I have the
reroll.co.
records.
As I said, on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. It's a great tabletop companion app. Get on it, check it out.
It's great.
It's great.
I have a food camera.
Yeah. One of our other fantastic partnerships is with Sirenscape.com. It's a great app that I personally love for DMs running your games. It's a soundboard that you can use to either create your own sounds with the 300 unique sound boards they've created. They have official licenses with Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Starfinder. They've got a Cyberpunk soundboard, Call of Cthulhu, Ghost of Saltmarsh. There was a heist one in there as well. For $10 a month, you can pay subscription and you get access to the entire soundboard of everything they make and all upcoming releases, or you can just pay $7 a month and just have it for whatever type of game that you might be running. So if you want to pay just for the D&D stuff or just for Starfinder or whatever, you can like a sci-fi based genre, you can just stick with that if you want to make it a bit cheaper. But check them out, Sirenscape.com, SYRINSCAPE.com.
Sorry, I realised that I'm exactly in between the two corner cuts, so I'm currently just kind of being in between.
You
calling me
before.
Yeah.
You moved back this way.
Who else have we got?
Alright, so lastly on that list we have our second longest running sponsor, so that would be miniaturehub.com.au. Fantastic Sydney based store. Boo, should be Melbourne, but you know, we can't choose these things.
They're one of the places that's not flooded.
Yeah, that's true, you're doing well.
Good for the
But
farmers.
anyway, so yeah, the guys down at and girls down at miniaturehub.com.au, they're a fantastic place. You can get everything you need for your tabletop gaming, whether you want minis, you want paints, you want paint stands, you want DM screens, everything you can find, trays, pretty much anything you want they will have. If they don't have it, you can shoot them a message. The lovely people down there will actually respond to you rather quickly, whether it's on their Facebook or by email. Excuse me, and you can request that they find things, and most of the time they'll be able to find it for you and at a really, really good price. So, for instance, if you're looking for some miniatures for, say, a Tomb of Annihilation campaign where there happens to be a lot of 1T in Omu, you can buy a Ghost Archipelago Snake Men kit, which anyone that's played around with Warhammer would know. It's a bunch of little snap-out parts. You can glue them all together and you end up with a massive amount of miniatures for a relatively cheap price. So 20 miniatures you'll get for $55. You then use our code of Doggos, alright, DOGGOS, you'll save another 10% off that. So that brings it down to like $49 for 20 miniatures. So I mean, you're looking at like, you know, $2.50 a miniature, if that. Right, and that's fantastic fantastic value on that one. So make sure you go check these guys out, miniaturehub.com.au, use the code DOGGOS. Alright, and don't forget they have $10 flat shipping no matter how many things you organise, alright, all across Australia, and also you can pay it all off with Afterpay if that makes it easier for you to hide it from the missus. So make sure you jump on there, miniaturehub.com.au, and say that we sent you down there. Thank you.
Yeah, if I told my missus about Afterpay, I reckon she'd just buy it for the sake of using Afterpay.
Oh.
she's a menace.
Yeah, see, I'm the bad one in this one. This relationship. I use Afterpay for everything because I can hide it. This is the problem with joint accounts.
It's alright,
Don't get joint
it's alright,
accounts.
boys. In your next relationships, you won't be using Afterpay. You'll learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, that won't be very long if she sees this.
I'm even worse when I'm just a single lad where it's like, oh no,
No,
I
it's
just
cash,
yell at
man.
myself.
Pay cash.
You yelling at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, why did you buy that?
You
don't need-
the snake people.
You don't need 30
jumpers
jumpers.
somewhere.
What's
I
that?
was trying to find some snake people actually, because we're talking about snake people. But
It's all good.
anyway,
It's all good.
I saw the big thing you grabbed and I'm like, take it back.
Ixnay on the after.
there was some stuff. Yeah. So you are currently standing in front of the door that you recently saw sort of activate
That's
after you put the puzzle cubes in, and you can see that snake-shaped staff lying, sitting across the doorway as like a hole that's left there. It's approximately 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
And you're standing in front of the door. What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to go to the amphitheatre and get the rod from Bob to put in the door to open it. I think it's Bob's rod that holds the key.
Bob's rod holds the key, doesn't it?
I think it does.
So on the door, I remember we put the cube in, and like a thing came down, so it covered where the cube went.
Yep.
Or the cubes.
The door kind of sort of came in, like all the different stone parts of the door.
Yeah.
They came in, they twisted around, pushed in, and then
Yeah.
the stick one came out in front of it.
And that's shaped like a sub. Did you say there was
So it's
some
like-
UNT sort of?
Yeah,
looking
there are UNT
depictions
symbols.
on it.
Yep,
or-
yeah. So on the front of it, you see the staff. You see a snakehead style thing on the front of it. Around the outsides of it, though, there are different portraits of UNTs battling, and also sort of standing around what seems to be a large, you could say, sort of cauldron slash like little, I guess, pool of something that they seem to be worshipping.
What do you reckon?
I know you want to go to see Bob.
Well, I tried putting my stuff in and it resisted it, but it kind of felt like it was.
With the depictions that's on the door, I'm sort of thinking that maybe we have to go back to that city with all that you want to.
Aren't
They may
we-
actually
well,
have something. that
Aren't we
can
in the
use.
city with all you want?
Isn't the amphitheater just nearby? Can't
Well,
we
we
just go there first?
can go check that out first,
I'm
but
sure that sea looks pretty dangerous.
well, that's why we tried to avoid
Look,
it.
it's coming to night time, right?
but we do need to.
So why don't we duck into the amphitheater?
The only problem we have with the amphitheater is the King of Feathers resides around there, and we are not in good favour with him anymore.
What's that?
It's
Big
big,
time.
big dinosaur, colourful feathers.
He will kill you.
People worship him.
How did y'all piss him off?
No, he just doesn't like people walking.
No,
around
it was
there.
a turtle that we used to
He's
have.
hungry.
He's a bit of a dick.
Look, we befriended him, and he gave us a couple of days passage, but those days have been gone now. So look,
So
we can
what's-
try.
What's
We
your
can
plan?
try.
Where do you want to go? What
Can
do
we
you wanna do?
scout it out, see if he's around, and if he's close by, then we'll
Look,
duck somewhere else to find.
I really
someone
don't want to go to
sleep.
that big place. I'm happy to go to the amphitheater. I want to stay away from that other place. There was
Yeah,
snake
look,
people there that tried to kill
I
us.
really don't want to go, but there being that there's such a large congregation of them, there's the depiction of them, sort of correlates that maybe we have to do something. They may have something.
Let's try and get to the burial place
Yeah.
for safety.
We'll have a look in Bob's too.
Well, how long does it take for the sun to go down here?
Oh, we're looking at least a while.
I'm sure it's setting soon.
Okay.
Probably got
A couple of hours, maybe.
in between 4 and 5 hours.
That's great.
Why don't we make our way
Let's
to
go
to the amphitheater.
and we'll go from
Includes
there,
that.
one step at a
Yeah,
time.
let's go there. We'll go to the amphitheater first.
Good idea.
Check it out.
You guys have been here before, but either way.
Keeping eyes peeled to anything.
So you're heading off
remotely-
towards the amphitheater.
Anything remotely King of Feathers related.
Anywhere around here, there's
Footprints,
big
the
and
big
bright.
fucking, big guy in the air.
All right, so give me a survival check to see if you can actually track if any of that sort of stuff's happening around you on the way back.
Oh,
So you're pretty unaware of what's
Yeah,
going on.
pretty
as you-
unaware.
as
I'm
you-
trying.
as you walk. Yeah.
What's the ground made of where we're currently standing? Walking?
The ground where you're currently standing, there are bits of stone that are closer up to the doorway. They've sort of paved out the front, but further back, it's just it's sort of like hardened, just dirt from where being trodden down over the years.
Alright, so
There are bits of the city that are stone, bits of the city that are dirt. Yeah.
keep making our way forward.
Can you make your way forward? Okay, so you probably need to take about 5 to 10 minutes to walk to the amphitheater from where you are. So on your way there, you happen to get about halfway, and you can see the amphitheater in the distance, and you can see what seems to be a group of beings, humans, whatever they look like, because you can't tell, it's a bit far away, standing up in the amphitheater in the Colosseum, and they seem to be sort of congregating and discussing things up there, because obviously it's safer to be up there than it is to be down below.
Do you know who those people are?
Why the fuck would I know?
I don't know. You guys are like normal around here, right?
No.
Wouldn't say no.
I don't believe any of this.
I haven't been here for centuries.
How old are you?
I've been here for like a
500
day.
years. I want to go through the thoroughfare of these little houses and get to like kind of the shortest point where I can get between a house to the amphitheater and like sneak a back way in or an enclosed way in.
Come with me.
Okay, so you're trying to get round, sort of behind to sneak in the back way.
Or if there's
No,
a
we
side entrance or
We
something.
don't need to go behind. If we go down the side, that's where the stables were.
Yeah.
We can go in there and then climb down that thing.
Tombs were down
And
there.
the tombs were there. And then if we need to, we can use that to get back up into the other room.
Now,
Great idea. Josh.
given where they're standing, because like in my mind, they're standing on these like stairs here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
facing all the different directions. They're sort of congregating to talk to each other.
Is there
They
someone?
may spot you if you just walk along the
Is
front.
there someone on the ground floor like talking to everyone, or they're all up on stage?
You can't see from where you are, but not
Can
saying
you-
there isn't.
As
Yeah.
Pax was saying, can we not walk around?
You could walk around, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It just,
that's
yeah,
what
I just need to know
I'm
which
saying.
path you're taking so that you're safe.
Yeah,
Through the fire.
The safe word.
And to the safe.
The shortest point to that
Okay.
stable door.
So, walking around that way, oh my goodness, turn that down.
Just close the door.
It's closed.
Oh.
Oh.
Was it Harry Potter 8?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, as you guys make your way around there, and begin to make some decent speed, you can get sort of at the left hand side of your vision. You can still see them up in the stand. You can kind of creep by. I need you all to make me a stealth check as you're going by to see.
If only it's Friday, we can get your plus 10.
Hey, good roll. 17.
Oh, thank God. 19.
8.
Mod 20.
At least you don't have your heavy armor anymore. It's
17.
Okay, so who
21.
Who got below 15? Okay.
Only one.
I'm a bard, I'm not listening.
So you guys seem to make it pretty well, and you managed to sort of round the corner decently, and you guys get around the back of one of those buildings that's there, and it's pretty comfortable. He seems to draw the attention of a few of the members that are up in the stands. They seem to spot him from where they're standing, and they seem to become aware that they're not alone where they thought they might have been.
Not here, you can't see me.
Is it
I can't see
just
you, you can't
him?
see me.
Do they see the rest of us or just him?
They've just seen him, because they're like for instance, you guys have gone first, and they've seen him struggling afterwards, sort of thing. Now, they haven't moved or anything. They haven't said anything, but they're looking in your direction, and you can begin to see a kind of concerned look on their face. Now,
Can we determine what type of clothes they're wearing? Like any bright colours?
yes, you actually can, considering you're a bit closer now.
What do they look like?
Of course.
Red boys.
Damn fucking wizards.
And they seem to be standing up in there, and they're now looking in the direction
Damn red boys.
animal.
Ho! How you guys going? I start walking
I'm
towards them.
Stay hidden.
Yeah, now you can see them starting to whisper to each other like, as you come in closer. As you
Nice afternoon, isn't it?
the one in the middle sort of looks down towards you from up in the stand. He's like,
Who are these people?
"Hey, are you lost?
No, just going for an afternoon stroll.
You stroll through Omu very often?
A couple times a year. I like getting down here this
By
time of year.
yourself?
It's really nice this time of year. Yeah, why not?
I'm not sure if this is going to be answered correctly, given that I'm already unsure about you. But if I were to ask if you perhaps weren't all there, would that be something that you could resonate with?
I'm all there.
And you're doing this alone?
Yeah. So I can only get one vacation a year. Why not spend it somewhere nice?
Is there a doctor that you normally see?
Oh, I think it's so much
Yeah, I've got a physician up in Borneo that I see occasionally when I've got some ailments.
And he says that you're okay.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
If I were you, next time you go back, I'd search for a second opinion.
Oh, well, how come you're questioning while I'm walking around by myself and you guys are sitting up in this empty amphitheatre by yourselves?
Well, here we found to be quite a good place to sit in the city. We are together, we are protected, we have more than one of us. You, however, I have a further follow-up question. If you're all there,
Yeah.
are you inebriated?
No.
No. Well,
then if it's safer in groups, can I sit up there with you guys? If it's such a wonderful spot to sit.
I mean, you could come up here, but it really depends on what your plans are. If we don't have extra food for you or anything,
I've got
you
my
have to
own
fend for
food,
yourself.
so I can fend for myself, not a problem.
Well, I mean, come up and chat with us. Let us know
Thanks.
your stories.
Thanks. I'm just a bard and form. I walk as I say this as I'm kind of climbing the steps. I'm just from the port up north, and just
As soon as the
spend my holiday just travelling around Cholt, and I quite like Omu, so I'll come here maybe once or twice a year.
Okay. Well, do you know how to get up here?
Get up to the amphitheatre.
Up in the amphitheatre, you got to walk around and come at the back, and there's some back stairs. You can't get up the front
Oh, alright, I'll walk around.
unless you can jump really high.
Squat jump.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in a few minutes then.
Yeah.
They resume talking to themselves.
I'm going to try and overhear what they're talking about.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception, I don't think it's all that good.
thought a bard would have
11.
11.
Wait.
Wisdom slow.
So you can hear the first few words that they're saying, but as you round the corner, it starts to trail off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You just see them saying, I just don't know why he would be here by himself. There's something not quite right about him. I'm not quite trusting him. We need to be careful here. And that's all you hear from them as you're sort of rounding the corner.
Yeah.
What were you doing as he?
I was gonna say, as soon as they're like out of sight of the line to the stables,
Mm-hmm.
I want to start like stealthily walking across.
All right.
I put guidance on myself before I walk across.
Mm-hmm.
Follow on.
All right.
So he's not going alone.
I'll also follow suit because I have no clue what's going on.
Walk this way.
So as you guys walk in that direction, you make pretty good time, but as you're walking, you begin to feel underfoot that something's not quite right.
Like the mushy footsteps.
And you fall into a 5x10 pit.
See ya.
God
It was
damn.
covered by leaves and branches. No one was
Yep.
checking for traps.
We didn't have a chance.
Oh, we're gonna go check for traps on the fucking ground. Okay.
And chips and crabs outside.
And
yeah.
as that happens,
Check for crabs.
as that happens, looking around in
Okay.
this sort of little pit that you've fallen into, it's pretty clear that this was set up years ago.
Okay.
Like this is like it's all it was actually quite a soft fall because you've landed on undergrowth that's grown back up in there and stuff, and doesn't look like it's been set recently.
What the?
How deep is it?
So given that there's undergrowth and you're sort of standing on it, you've actually only got like 5 foot of gap to get back up.
I'll boost you up. Alright. Yep, help us up.
And just
And before he does that, I just misty step up on the
Okay.
arena and I grab his hand to
Yeah.
pull him up.
So
I look from the side of the house and like,
Where'd they go?
I just look and I don't see them.
so you get out of there. You get out of there pretty easily.
Mac, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
Now, as you get out of there pretty easily, you keep looking around, and the sort of the bit of noise that you made falling down has been just enough to awaken the King of Feathers that you see now about 100 feet away from you, walking not in your direction but
To the
away
amphitheater?
from you down towards the amphitheater.
Hey,
I
is that the thing you were talking
Just the noise has woken him up.
so okay, so where did we sorry, just to clarify.
Where was the trap?
Where did the trap because I thought we were walking across from the house to the stables.
Yeah, so I was assuming you were like here-ish,
Correct.
and your trap's like about there somewhere.
Ah, so
Yeah.
we're still in like alright.
Yeah.
I just
And you see the King of Feathers like there-ish,
and
walking
then
that
where's
way.
the stable?
The stable's
on that back.
on that back corner.
So we're waiting, yeah.
Oh, he's going that way.
Alright, it's
Being that I've been there, I'll just.
Yeah.
This way, follow.
alright, I'm just
Sprinting with them.
Naruto running.
Yeah, we'll go double fast.
So you guys managed to make it there without too much extra hassle, and you make it into the stables. Once you get into that stable area, you know how there's the trapdoor that you're looking for. Well, you notice that trapdoor is wide open, and it looks like the hay and everything that was in here has been disturbed since your last visit.
Right, guys, we need to go down that trapdoor. Quick. Start
Alright,
climbing down.
go down the trap.
Coming down the trap.
So as you go down the trapdoor, you come into the underground tomb.
Yep.
Is this lit or is this like really dark?
It's pretty dark.
I
Pretty
cast light on the end of my staff.
Okay, so looking around, you pretty quickly ascertain that you were not the last ones here.
Guys, where was Bob's tomb the last time we were here?
I don't know. I've never been here before.
I was talking to you.
You're looking at me.
Bob's
Talking to him.
Okay.
was
Talking to Tim.
second from the end, I think. It was one of the last two tombs. Because these first two, one was Thorn,
Born
or
there.
Horn. One was for you, remember, which you hopped in, which was bizarre. And there's one of the last two, I can't remember which one.
Chuck you in there.
You know they say you sleep when you're dead, so
Finally, I can nap.
so I head over to Bob's tomb,
Bob's
or
Burgers.
whatever,
Okay.
and
Push it open.
open it.
As you push open Bob's tomb and look to where his remains were lying, you notice that it is completely empty, and it looks like Bob's remains have been Grave Road.
It's gone.
Is that normal? Yep.
I don't know. I don't go in that many terms.
You see even the imprint that was lying next to his body where his staff used to lay.
Are there any
Signs of like, Zorro was here or some crap like that.
I was gonna say, are there any,
A
like,
Z.
are there any?
Alberto.
Yeah. Are there any like footprints that stand out above just like normal boots? Are there like any creature prints?
Give
or-
me an investigation check.
Yes.
Investigate to find any pencils.
Wait,
9.
Well, that explains the roll. You're angry before the roll. Was it fuck this?
So looking around, considering it's a smaller room, doesn't take you very long to search and have a look around, and you see multiple different types of footprints around that are different sizes to the people that you're with. So you could assume that they're probably from others that have been here recently. You see some smaller, probably human-sized boot prints,
Do they look like grung feet?
grung feet.
Sorry, grung feet.
No grung feet.
Okay.
You do happen to see some interesting ones though that have sort of longer, slender feet with nail marks on the end of it.
Like you want to?
No, you
Oh,
want the
yeah.
tails.
They have tails. So,
They're like proper snake
This
bodies.
is what more like
Velociraptors.
reptilian.
yeah,
sort of?
reptilian style feet, and you do also see some drag marks that you could assume would probably be from a serpent-like tail that slid across the floor.
Whatever you want to. Yeah.
Can we see
I
where
think the
those
Gigante have been here.
drag marks
What
go?
are they?
Because I remember we
Oh,
dug
are
a
they
tunnel
friends?
out so
No,
we could
I
get
hate
from this room
To
into
the
the
other
one
side,
below the other one where that passage was.
Yep.
I'll put light onto my hammer.
Yep.
If I have a look through there, does it look like the drag marks continue through there?
You could be pretty confident that the majority of them went out through that tunnel.
Okay.
Is it the tunnel that goes like that longer passageway? Or
Well, there's the one that you guys dug to go through there with the hatch, and then there's the
Yeah.
tunnel out of there that's through the wine room that
And
you
that
guys never
goes
followed.
forever.
The other
Yeah,
tunnel that goes that way
That's
that
right,
we didn't venture down.
Because
I think
I
we
was
should follow
there.
it.
at the time.
Yeah.
That we thought that was eventually going towards the city, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Well,
look,
look,
we need to collect animal and then probably follow these tracks.
Well, if they've taken Bob and the stuff that we may need,
I think we need to.
And also that dinosaur doesn't look good, so the more we're underground, the better, I think.
Let's go find Bob.
yeah, we just have to get him.
Not Bob, let's go find animal.
We just have to get him away from those lizards.
where's Animal?
He's at the amphitheater, I think.
Oh no, the lizards aren't very friendly.
So why aren't they friendly to us? I've only been on this
They're
planet
not
for a couple
friendly in
days.
general.
They're just not friendly in general. As long as your interests line up with their interests,
Well,
they'll be friendly to you.
well,
But if
can't-
you
can't we
slightly
just-
change your interests,
They
to
have no
theirs,
qualm in killing you.
I only remember that other wizard.
the one that we dismembered and
Yes.
sent his head flying,
Punted.
punted, yeeted.
He gone.
It was a good kick.
It was. And then Fergus catapulted it even further.
It was great. Good old Fergus. I miss Fergus.
So, while you continue to feel,
I don't miss Thorno.
while you continue to fill in
Okay,
Demi
take it
about
out.
I just cover me
about
with
what's
ears.
gone on so far, while you continue to fill him in, we'll go check in on what Animal's up to. So,
Don't worry, me.
you've managed, but in that amount of time, you've managed to walk around. You found the room to get in. You've managed to walk up the stairs. But just before you went through that door, you noticed the King of Feathers walking down towards your area.
Yeah.
You managed to get in there without drawing any attention, though.
Yeah.
But now, being aware, you are aware of his presence outside,
You're aware that he's
Yeah.
aware.
and you climb up those stairs, and you're up there standing now next to the Red Wizards.
So what brings you guys down to Omu?
Oh, well, we are merely on a quest. We've been sent here, so we're trying to find a group of individuals that may or may not have been responsible for.
Jurassic Park music plays in there.
They may or may not have been responsible for destroying / incapacitating one of our fellow comrades.
Oh,
Well, what's
We
his
found his
group?
head about
They found it.
about a kilometre away from where it should have
Hey,
been.
good on them for finding it.
That's
A needle in a haystack.
To be honest, that's a decent effort getting a head that far away from my body.
I'm not even mad.
What did he like carry it that far, or what happened?
Well, I'm not sure. We've come to sort of figure that out. Given that we've been around Omu before, we actually had him investigating one of the shrines. He's trying to find these puzzle cubes. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No, never heard of a puzzle.
Yes, well, they're kind of a set that you can get when you're inside Omu, and they allow you to sort of go further and get closer to the faith around here. And
The faith. What faith?
oh, there's plenty of different religions that have gone through this wondrous city in the past, and we're mere historians, and we enjoy sort of all aspects of that. So we're trying to figure it all out.
So these puzzle cubes let you get further into the city.
Yeah, we can open a door with them. We can do a lot of
Okay.
things. Yeah.
What's behind this door?
Well, we've never been. We've never been able to get.
What do you
or
think's behind
nine
the
of them.
door?
Well, we've only been told that there's some power in
Hmm.
there that we've been searching for, that we need to continue to expand the thought process of the human race.
Okay, where are these cubes you're looking for?
Oh, well, we haven't really found many yet. We've seen a few. We had our colleague in here getting them, but we found his body, we found his head, and he opens up his little rucksack next to him, and he shows you the head of the decapitated wizard. That sort of still has its eyes, and it looks at you. It seems to still be alive. Somehow they've kept him alive magically. And
So hang on, you found that head
Mhm.
a kilometre from the body, and it's still alive.
Yes.
How the hell is that even possible?
Well, we are very powerful wizards, and we have a lot of medical prowess, and we've managed to keep him alive, and we are merely looking for the people that were responsible for kicking him, and he knows all about them. So we're sort of he looks. Have you seen him before?
Never seen him in my life. Who are these people that you're after?
Well,
It's like when the principal
They,
knows you're in trouble.
Yeah.
he's only told us a few things. He's pretty weak in his current state, but I'll just let him try and explain it.
Yo, my head got cut off.
They just kicked me in the head
He doesn't have any hands.
far as possible. He's using his eyes.
Very animated eyes.
I can tell that you're not one of them. I don't remember seeing you,
Luckily.
but
So
we are. I need the rest of us to. I need the rest of these our friends here to help us find them. If you seen any? There's this one that kind of walks around. He's looks like a bit of a warrior, a little bit lizard-like.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Another one that kind of was sort of tall, dark, but also had sort of almost grew angel wings out the back of him. We saw that too. There's things that didn't quite add up about that group, and if you've seen them, that'd be really helpful for me.
That doesn't ring a bell. I've seen plenty of lizard folk in the jungle around here, but no one since I've been here in Omu.
So you haven't seen one that's sort of walking around with a shield and a sort of a bat,
No,
an axe? You haven't seen anything like that?
no, nothing like that.
Interesting.
So I love how after you did punt his
I might have seen. I didn't get a good look at them, but there were a group of people over the other side, like the other side of Omi, all the way down the other side.
Mm.
There was some frog people down there too, so I don't know.
I've seen the frog people, but they're not the ones I was looking for.
There was other people with the frog people, but I don't know if they're still there. They were there a day or two ago.
Oh, what did they look like?
I didn't get a good look. I wasn't anywhere near there. I was
a lizard with a
just got all the water in between, so I didn't cross the water. I was on the other side, but I could see there was a group of people, but I kind of steered clear because.
So whereabouts were they? We'd like to have a look around for them.
Well, I was up the northwest side of all that water down there,
Yes.
and they were on the other side of the water.
Oh, so they were over near the city.
Yeah, that walled area. Yeah, never been over there. Just can't get across that water.
Well, gentlemen, you know where to take me. We can go back towards my body now. It's over there as well.
Do you need help looking for these puzzle cubes, or you seem to have that on your own?
I'll ask them. I can't pick them up.
Hey, do you guys need help with these puzzle cubes or anything, or are you good on your own?
I mean, we'll take all the help we can get.
Is that all you're looking for? or-
Soup party.
Well, the puzzle cubes are not all that we've found out. We've also found out that there's additional ways that we need to acquire in order to open the door. But we've only sort of
Like what, some magic key or something?
we've been told that there's a staff from one of the original builders that built the door.
Yeah.
We came looking for him, and we even looked in his tomb before, and it looks like someone has beaten us to it.
Okay.
So we've been trying to identify who that was.
Any idea where this stuff is? Maybe I can have a look for the stuff while you guys find these puzzle cubes, because
Well-
I don't really want to go over that water. I'm not a very good swimmer.
Well, I mean, if the only way we can think they could be was potentially below this amphitheater itself. We were just talking about it actually. We found a tunnel under there when we were looking. We didn't go down there because there are a lot more footprints than we currently possess, and we weren't really up for that challenge. So we've decided to try and take it a bit more tactically and try and find a way in from the surface.
What,
Looking around.
under the amphitheater?
Well, looking around and see if there's a way, see if it goes anywhere that can potentially lead us to
Well,
victory.
Well, if you guys are happy to go across that water, I'm not scared of the dark. I'll go under and have a look for you. And if any way I can contact you,
Well, I mean, you can.
yeah.
Just one moment. He reaches into his other side, sort of satchel.
It's another head.
he pulls out a little stone.
Yeah.
He hands the stone to you, and you see him holding a similar stone, just with a reverse sort of picture on it.
Yeah.
This is a sending stone. If you think and talk to it while I'm holding mine, I'll be able to communicate with
All right. I'll have a look for this stuff that you're looking for, and I'll
you.
let
If you
know
can,
I
if
find
you can help us out, then
Oh, of course.
by all means you can come and explore the rest of the city with us as well.
Yeah, I'm always up for exploring. That's why I'm here. I like exploring memory. So, yeah, no, I'll have a look for it. If I find anything, I'll give you a shout.
Fantastic. We look forward to working with you.
Same.
What's your name, by the way?
Friends call me Animal.
Interesting. Just given that I know your name now, Animal, does
Yeah.
that make us friends?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Well, as a friend, I sincerely hope that you find a better doctor.
All right. do you know of anyone?
In Nianzaru, they're all quacks.
No.
We need to get back to the mainland to find a real
Yeah,
doctor.
maybe I'll venture to the mainland.
We can help you with that later as well. We can,
Alright,
we can take
beautiful.
you there. We'll teleport you there later.
Alright, lovely.
Just make sure we get this all done first.
Alright, no worries. I'll go look for that. Go look for that stuff. You guys watching for that dinosaur too? I saw this giant ass dinosaur.
Yes, we have ways of dealing with that.
And you just see them run away. We're running.
They're just like, and as they say that, you see them all
Yeah.
sort of like wave, and you can just imagine they've cast invisibility on themselves,
Yeah.
and they jump down. You can see this sort of, you can just see the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the dust sort of rustle down underneath at the front of the amphitheater.
Yeah.
And as they start to walk, the King of Feathers comes walking around the corner, and instantly jumps towards them.
Yeah. Gets his
And
Arr!
and they notice this. They notice this from far, and you just start seeing from the invisibility. You start seeing like different like lightning bolts and fire bolts and all these things coming out, and then you see their invisibility drop. And you see them start to like sort of blink and mage step and go all different directions, and they it's sort of like a clusterfuck, but they seem to get away with it.
And as they're firing bolts, I just walk down the stairs, and I'm assuming I'm walking back to that area that's
Yeah.
at the archway that leads inside.
Yeah.
And as I walk down the stairs, I just throw the rock over my shoulder and just fucking, just fucking walk down and just like in through that door.
Well, you should go to the rock. I was like, guys, the dinosaur can see you.
I just fucking turf the rock, and I just fucking walk off and down inside to see if I can find anything.
Yeah.
Actually, I was saying request for funny squeeze it and you get Victor.
Jesus.
What's this about a two?
Determination.
So, as you walk through that archway,
Yes.
you are greeted with a room that looks like an old priest's chambers.
Yeah.
There's not much left in the room besides like you can just see upturned tables and things where someone's obviously come and looked. You can see slithered sort of marks from snake tails. You can see interesting reptilian style footprints, regular human footprints, and just a mixture of other things that look like they've been here and disturbed the place.
Pull out a torch and light it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other doors out of this room, or?
Inside this room, there's not a lot of other ways out, but you do see a hatch on the ground in the middle of the room.
I'm just going to go over to the hatch. I'm just going to carefully open it. Like I'm going to stand where the hinges are and kind of lift it towards me. So if anything jumps out or anything goes off, I'm like behind the trapdoor.
As you lift open the trapdoor, you guys would hear that trapdoor opening above you.
A 5.
Oh, what's
I
that?
get my crossbow ready.
I like hide behind something and like.
And there's
I'm just like backed up
nothing.
against the wall.
There's nothing happen.
Nothing that you can
There'd be some light because my hammer's still.
And
there'll be some light that you can see coming down.
As the door opens,
Hello?
wait, I go, beware of the underground.
Make a performance check.
Performance?
Yeah.
10.
Give me an insight check.
-3. I've got 5 for charisma.
That's great.
12.
So you're pretty sure that the voice you're hearing is not as scary as it's being pretended to be.
You ghosts aren't very scary. Try harder next time.
Animals!
Get your ass down
Yeah,
here.
it is me. What, you guys are under here?
Yeah, we're coming look for you.
Beware of the ghosts!
I just climbed down. How did you guys get here?
Are the wizards?
The same trapdoor.
Wizards are gone.
Wait,
They're dealing with that giant dinosaur. So
What were they doing here?
they're looking for
Did they have
those.
the staff?
No, they're looking for those puzzle cubes. But they said they were looking for the staff, and they came down and it wasn't here. And they saw all of this. I'm looking around. I noticed all the footprints and everything. They saw all of this, and they decided they didn't want to.
Fuck boys, we're in a 3-way race here.
They decided they didn't want to take on whatever happened here, so they were just sitting up there waiting.
Should we get going then?
Yeah, they're heading over to the Grongs. Send them.
We at least
send
have
them
the
on a
upper hand.
roundabout way.
Good
so-
idea.
I don't
They're
think
fucking
any
off
of
that
the
way?
others know we've already found the puzzle cubes, and now that we just need the staff. So
Oh, and they've got a head that's looking for you guys.
Wait, what?
The head we punted.
How did they find that? I
As
think
if
that's
they
so
found
far away.
They found that. They're saying they found that a kilometre away.
Wait, what's this about a
That's a
head?
lot. That's a
hit.
That's an effort.
Fuck your elbow. Wait, hold on.
Dude, just
So
got
what? So
ranger.
hang on. So you guys did that. You kicked that head that far.
Plus
No,
magic.
I'm pretty strong.
Bravo.
Look, can you see?
Bravo.
Look, to
Wait,
break it
what's
down
this
for
about a
you,
head?
we found him trying to take a cube. He was solid stone. We cut him up while he was in
Wait, you
stone
were there?
form, and then we
No, he was dead.
took him outside of the tomb. He reanimated.
I was the turtle.
So we punted him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, he's
No,
still
no,
alive.
I was
all the
there,
head's
but
still
I wasn't
alive,
there
and,
for the part.
they're
I
looking
was
for you
inside.
guys. So.
But yeah, as I said, we at least
went
have
out while I was still
we at least have the upper hand that we've at least got all the puzzle cubes, and they don't know that yet.
The next question I have, right? So it
What
is
about the head?
starting. What about that? It's in the bag with the wizards.
We don't know where the head.
They've got the head.
Sorry, my question was
They're
right.
slightly ahead.
He should have kept his head on his shoulders.
He really lost his head.
He did.
Hey, I'm the bud.
Well, my question
Really
is
using
right,
his nothing.
it's starting to go.
Okay, Dad.
It's starting to become nightfall. So we can either use that to advantage and stealth our way in.
Well, what
or
Under here is a great.
Go through this tunnel.
no, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, sorry.
But what I'm saying, when we're in the complex,
Mm.
use the night to our advantage, or get a long rest, regain whatever spells and.
I think we
anything
go
else.
nighttime. I'd rather it's easy for us to sneak around at nighttime.
And also, we could possibly sleep in this tunnel.
Look,
Worst
if,
case.
if,
Worst
if,
case.
if
Okay.
we don't, when do we
Because
get-
it's
we
consistently
have to
dark,
rest
right?
at some point, otherwise
Is there anything at nighttime that happens to
a
you?
little bit
Oh,
exhausted.
yeah.
Zombies.
Well, do you know what the time is?
What?
It was
It's late.
sort of getting late afternoonish before we got here, so
Depends how long you think we'll be rummaging around there.
All right, let's go.
we
Let's
don't know how long
use
this tunnel is.
night to our advantage.
Let's see where this tunnel goes.
Alright.
Let's go.
All right. So we'll start hiking it down the tunnel
Okay, cool.
and see
So
where it
you've
goes.
got light on your staff, I've got light on my hammer.
But as soon as I see like the other end of the tunnel or something like that, I'm going to extinguish my light.
Mhm. Sure. What's your passive perception to see how well you
12
actually
for
pay
me.
attention to that?
15.
Actually, I
You'll be
think we
fine.
have the highest.
Yeah, you'll be fine then.
I'll be actively looking.
Yeah,
or
you'll be actively
passively.
looking. Yeah. Yeah. So as you wander down, you get a feeling that this path, this underground path, seems to have been well used recently. And in a city like Omu, nothing has been used recently. And as you continue to walk further and further down this path, it seems to in some places get wider and shallower, and it still seems like it's just a tunnel, but it looks very, very hand dug, and a lot of it is recently moved dirt. Like this tunnel hasn't been here for as long as the rest of Omu has.
Are there like supports or anything look like it might hold? Or
There are supports. The supports are a combination of just wooden beams and stone pillars that have been pushed down here. You can see drag tracks and little chisel marks and things of the dirt hasn't sort of gone flat and smooth like it would have gone after years of being an actual tunnel. You see various footprints, sometimes 5 wide. As you're sort of walking down, you see some drag marks. Apart from that, it feels a little claustrophobic. There's not as much air down here as there would be if you're obviously walking up above. And
Hey guys, how far do we go?
Don't tell us you're claustrophobic.
I've
We
never
found
been.
you in a coffin. You were completely fine in it.
I was in a coffin, I was in a cage.
Same.
It's an aircraft.
What's the
It
difference?
was in a pretty big hole though.
This is very narrow.
Consider
Very
this a big,
air.
just consider this a big long hole.
Okay.
So looking at me like, dummy, snap out of it. We're fine. Guys give him like just a suck across the face. Not like a I'm trying to
Crit
kill you,
damage.
suck, but
92,
just like
92 damage.
oh, that sucks. That's 92.
What is that?
Roll 92 on the dice.
Fuck.
So, as you begin to start to realize you're getting a little bit short of breath, you notice that up ahead you can see some sunlight coming in down into the tunnel. It seems as if someone's built an air shaft that's sort of over the top, but the actual tunnel underneath keeps going.
Okay.
And you begin to get a little bit more breath because there's more oxygen in this part of the
Far are
tunnel.
we from? Are we like below that now?
It's probably 30 feet from you. It's not too far away.
When we get to it, I want to have a sort of see if I can see anything outside.
When
Sort
we
of
get
give
up
me an
to-
idea.
I want to get up to it, but I don't want to sort of walk straight up. I want to be not quite hard up against the wall, but
So
close
the
to the
natural
wall,
light
so I'm
doesn't
not
get you up.
Yeah.
walking underneath. I'm kind of walking around
I
it,
sort of just want to
just so when I get to it, I can kind of peek up, but without being directly underneath.
Yeah.
sort of, I sort
Sure.
of want to see if I can see any sort of identifying landmarks. Things
Sure.
I'm not going to pay much attention because I'm focusing on
So-
breathing. I'm going to walk through the light.
So as you sort of walk and get underneath it, and you look up, you notice it's probably about 20 feet of probably about 20 feet dirt. Then there's the hole out. Doesn't look like they've put any sort of ladders or anything in here. It looks like it's been purely dug for aeration purposes.
Yeah.
But looking out there, you would expect to be seeing the sky above you.
Yeah.
You see a stone roof up there, as if it's inside a building.
How big is this hole?
The hole
feet,
is
wasn't
No,
sort of
it's
this
20
wide by that wide.
Oh, it's 20 feet of dirt.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
Before the
like
Yeah.
Oh.
3 feet by 3 feet.
About 3 feet by 3 feet and straight up. Yeah.
I could
How high did you say so?
So just 20 feet of dirt to the hole, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could always climb up there.
It's a bit of a climb. It's 20 feet.
Does the tunnel keep going?
I don't think I'm going to fit through that hole.
The tunnel does keep going. Like that air hole just seems to be there.
Hey, can't you send you a little thing there? Just have a quick look.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Thorn, do you want to go have a look? Sending Mini Thorn up the.
Sending Minithorn up there?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Before he goes up, I'm going to tap him with guidance.
Okay.
Mini
So-
Thorn.
So he flies.
inspiration.
He flies up to the top of the.
Cleric
He
inspiration.
flies up to the top of the air hole.
Yeah.
And has a look around, and signals down to you just with a he just sort of looks down and sort of gives you a what are you wanting here sort of look.
Yeah.
He comes back down and sort of sign languages to you that it seems to be in sort of he seems to be in like an old hut or a house. And he's not quite sure where it is. Do you want him? And sort of he'd need to be able to figure out if you could go any further than that.
That's enough, that's fine. The little guy says it's like a hut or something up there.
So one of the houses.
Yeah, that doesn't give us much to go off. It could be anywhere. We don't really know where this. Has it seemed like we've been walking in one straight line, or does it seem like we've been sort of?
Oh, it's been a fairly straight line. Like it might have deviated a little bit here and there, but it was fairly straight.
Could we
Sort of.
would it be wise to work
Yeah,
out where this is, because
yeah.
that could be a good way for A, escape, or B, re-entry into this tunnel. If we know where this hut is and we end up above ground, it's a good escape.
It's a good idea.
I'll send him up and see if he can sort of gauge how far we are from the amphitheatre, at least.
20 feet's pretty far.
At least something recognisable to come back
Right,
to.
little guy, off you go. Go again. I send him
Slap
up.
him with another guy.
I want him to go outside and sort of just, like I said, fly up if he needs to, just to sort of see the amphitheatre, so he can sort of tell me how far we are from it.
So a couple of probably 30 seconds to a minute later, he's flying off. He comes back down to you and starts explaining to you in his little thorny sign language.
Yeah.
That he looked outside and it feels like you're about 200 feet away from the Colosseum.
Okay.
Well, not amphitheatre thing. And it feels like you're about. He thinks that you're either here or there, one of these two buildings.
Haven't gone that far.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is he's pretty sure that we're on the other side of that highway.
Got it.
But it's about a couple
But
hundred,
that'll
couple
be-
hundred feet from the amphitheatre.
We need to keep going.
We need to keep going, I think.
We've got a long walk to go.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Come down, buddy.
Woody.
Buddy.
Ah.
So as he travels back down to your shoulder, he taps you on the shoulder, and he just said, he's like sort of giving you a why are you sending me up there sort of look. He's kind of confused.
We just wanted to see how far.
Servants don't ask questions.
Wow.
At least my demons have free will.
I
Okay,
treat
so
my, I treat my servants with
You
respect.
continue walking down this
So did
path.
That's the trade.
Yeah, it goes another sort of 250, 300 feet ahead of you, and then you find another air hole. And it seems like they've started to. You can see further down as well, some more light. It looks like after they realised that they needed a lot of air, it looks like they've begun to put.
Yeah, like there's
More
underwater video
consecutive.
games where every like 100 meters is an air bubble.
Yeah, they've started putting those in there like more consistently, because it looks like they dug from the amphitheatre to wherever they're going.
As we go, I'll note each place on the map. So I'm guessing we'll send Thorn back up there to have a look, and then we'll just note it down on the map, each location where there's a possible entry point.
Hey, Baxter, you said you're very old.
Mm-hmm.
Was this here when you were here, or?
Nope. When I was here, it was first developing. It was like foundations.
Okay.
So
He's very good.
Yeah, he's 569 years old.
I'll put some points
Not
on
as
that.
old as
Then.
your mum.
Mum was the saint.
So you got
Harsh but fair.
you got here, so that you come up here. As you get a little bit further, you had one that came up about here.
So
And-
we're going to get towards 16.
And as you came along, you came up here. You get a little, and you're sort of traveling along like in sort of a decent fashion.
We're the Fellowship of the Ring.
We're following the fucking wizards. Is where we're going.
Yeah.
And as you continue to move along, you get to a point that seems to be about here. And little Thorn comes down and tells you that there's actually a fork in the road that you start to see.
This is another turning point, boys. Another fork in the road.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. Can we kick him from the party?
Definitely not.
Oh, fuck, good
I cast time stop
Yeah.
and direct you where to go.
Yes, I agree, Phil. That was horrible.
Every grade 6 graduation.
So bad.
And he says that as he got to the top of that tunnel, he could see another tunnel that was leading in two directions. That's how you got the fork in the road, by the way. So that was outside the tunnel. The one underground was still going in one direction. He couldn't tell which way up above ground because it was still inside a building.
So left or right?
This tunnel keeps going.
The tunnel does keep going.
No, man, up there.
Right, I guess. I don't know.
Right,
Are you going right? Are we only going one way?
Yeah, we've only got one way.
So,
Wow. Just keep going.
yes.
You keep going. You keep going.
So as you continue walking down that tunnel, you start to hear some noise above you. Like there seems to be less or even no more of the air holes being dug down here, but you can see towards the end of the tunnel. You can start to see light
Light goes
there.
out.
Now you hear noise sort of above, below, and around you. That you hear every sort of 5 or 10 minutes. You just hear a dong, just like a single gong, and you can hear some strange sort of like some sort of chanting and things going on, and it's a little bit sort of out there in terms of what you've heard before.
Does it sound familiar? In terms of like, I know
Do you have
Abyssal.
proficiency with gongs?
No, I meant the chanting. Sorry.
I do.
You would.
Because I know
Actually, do
Abyssal
I?
and Infernal. Does
No,
anything
probably not.
sound familiar like that?
It sounds like
Because it sounds very culty.
Drum.
it does. It's you can hear inklings of Abyssal and inklings of some other languages, but it sounds like they've sort of crushed them together in sort of a weird hybrid.
Yeah.
Their own
It's
dialect.
kind of like combining like Austrian and German.
Yeah, they've created sort of a smushed language. You can gather bits and pieces, but it doesn't really sound like.
What roughly bits and pieces can I get?
Oh, you hear parts that's like you hear like Lord, you hear presence, you hear be with us, and that, but the rest of it kind of seems like it's in other
So
languages. And
every time I hear that, I go, Lord, presence, I'll be with us. What?
It's Santa Claus.
I was just meant to say that.
I don't know what they're chanting, but they've somehow botched 2 languages in one. They're speaking Infernal and Abyssal, and I did not expect people of this realm to understand that.
It's a bit odd.
Knowing my scorn hatred of dealings with the Yuan-Ti before, do I know that this is their language, or do I not know that?
Give me a history check.
Terrible. 6.
You remember that there was some that you've encountered that spoke. They all seem to speak common, most of them, but there was some the more higher ranking ones or the more religious ones. They spoke sort of dialects that were similar to Abyssal and similar to sometimes to Draconic and a few other things thrown in there.
Mix mash.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start pressing a bit more forward to the cusp of the tunnel to try and get a better look, but without revealing myself.
As you walk up to the end of the tunnel and have a little bit of a look.
And also, I'm going to hold my feature at a ready. If someone pokes their... Sorry?
Before you go, I'm going to cast non-detection on you.
Yep.
You are now invisible to any scrying magic, divination magic.
Good stuff.
And I'm just going to give you the thumbs up.
E.
So you can't be seen magically.
So as you walk to the sort of to the edge and you have a little bit of a look around, you realise that the end of this tunnel is actually coming up still outside. So the chanting you're hearing must be in a building nearby. And looking around, you've sort of come up between a few bushes. You've got a palm tree above you. It seems like this is sort of been deliberately tried. They've deliberately tried to sort of hide this entrance away from any
I
intruders.
kind of like beckon the others, like, go on.
Okay, quiet.
Sneak up.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut the fuck up!
So as you come up and look around,
Sleep there.
as you come up and look around, you realise that you are sort of in sort of the southern end of the city here.
Whoop, Daisy.
That goes somewhere. Alright.
So you're in the southern end of the city, and looking around, you can still hear that chanting, but thinking about it, you can probably hear it from 2 different angles now.
Okay.
As you're above ground, you can hear the chanting coming sort of from over sort of to your left
Does-
and sort of towards the front of the city.
Does
as
it
well.
feel like it's like the echo of like both combining, where like it's
It
hard
does.
to pinpoint?
It does sound like it's hard, like almost like there might be two.
Like we're
two
surrounded
areas.
no matter where we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's definitely coming from everywhere, but it sounds like it still might be below you.
Below us? You mean above us?
No, like it sounds like it'll be below you. Like
Oh,
you were
sorry.
almost were hearing it through the wall before.
Yeah.
But there are different areas, but it's coming out of the ground. You can hear it.
I'm just imagining it's the Halo intro music.
Do
Oh.
we see any drag marks and footprints where they go?
You do. You see a bunch sort of heading off by the looks of it towards the front of the city where you had seen them before. So like you see some that are heading off in this direction, and you see another set that are heading off over in that direction. Yeah.
So we've now started to climb up out of there, and we're now at the top.
It's up to you if you want to climb out of there. Yeah. You kind of just open it up above and you have a look around.
I'm
We're
gonna
following
climb
these
out.
drag marks, aren't we?
Yeah.
Probably need to.
We're looking for Bob, aren't we? Or Dale the Star.
We
Bob
believe.
Star.
We believe. I think that we're following him because that's where Bob probably. Been
Okay.
dragged. So I think we probably need to follow.
That
him.
no detection lasts 8 hours, by the way.
River.
I'm gonna just scratch my head. And
Where
then
did
be
you
like,
want to go, Drask?
We're here.
Where are we?
Where are we?
You
Right.
can't hear that.
Oh shit! You've got. Oh, that's right. I remember now.
I'm glad you've returned.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
I killed Drask.
I'm glad you've returned.
Stab him right in the throat.
If you're willing to come and come down and chat with me, we can sort of figure out how we can best work together.
We're following drag marks from the southern end of town.
Well,
Sorry, what was that?
If you come in from that direction, there is an underground tunnel that takes you by an underground river that will get you closer to me. If you go in the front door, you have to. We've got guards at both doors either way, but the front door will. There's probably more or less a nicer entrance than the one that you'll be going to at the moment, but it might be more protected.
Where's this
That's the
tunnel?
plan.
Where's this tunnel you're talking
Chris,
about?
that's my character. again.
So it's over to the. It's over on the sort of the westerly side of the city. There's you see a bunch of bushes. Whereabouts are you? Did you currently come from? Where did you come from? Which part of the city did you come from?
We're right in the south side of the city.
Oh, you came from the south side of the
Yeah,
city.
we came out of a tunnel that came from the amphitheatre.
Ah, that tunnel, yes. I had that dug recently to expedite progress. Now that tunnel, yes, if you were there, then if you sort of turn to your left a little bit as you come out and walk about 150 sort of paces, you'll find the way in.
Okay.
Just, you feeling alright? You keep rubbing your forehead. I think you might need to see a physician.
Yes, you feel a bit under the weather.
Go. Where are we going?
I just feel
Follow
good
the
having
drag.
fresh air again.
Which
Just got a
drag
bit of a
marks? There's
headache.
two. One goes that way, and then one goes that way.
Maybe not the one that goes directly into the centre, maybe
Left
the
or-
other one that goes,
Left or right?
that goes off to the west.
Should we? Yeah, I'd like your idea of stay away from the centre.
Alright.
At least until I get a bit more oxygen in me. I'm feeling a bit weak at the moment, so.
Do you want some water?
If you need some healing,
I wouldn't mind. You know, you scratch my back, I'll save yours.
From the impending doom from me.
So as
do
you
you actually need hit points or are you good?
as you start walking in
Ready?
that direction,
Follow this direction.
Yeah.
Now.
as you start walking in that direction, looking around you, you see sort of you see the wall around you. It's like a 15-foot high sort of circular wall that you've seen before. You see sort of crumbling bits,
We're in the
crumbling arcades around you. You see vine-choked statues, empty buildings, empty plazas. Everything seems to be overgrown. The streets that aren't flooded that you can see just look like they're choked with rubble. Looks like this was once a very fantastic city that has been sort of crushed in on itself.
I'd like to keep my eyes open for a tunnel of some sort.
Pat, I know you were here when sort of the foundation. Was this
No.
city? This wasn't here.
Basically, think of what this whole place used to be was a big fucking quarry.
Yeah.
And slowly converted it into
Where did you stop?
the amphitheatre.
How far up did you get from there
What do you mean?
before you left your time?
Oh no, not after that.
Oh, okay. So
The amphitheater was basically just
It's a central.
a pedestal with some rocks and
Oh.
some other rocks to sit on.
Real.
Real low key.
I thought
like,
maybe there were a couple buildings or something.
Nah,
Oh.
barely. Like one or two. Bob hated most of the construction.
So who was here before you?
Bob and I discovered it at the same time.
So an empty quarry.
No, it wasn't an empty quarry. So that doorway before was the old, like, down into the stone mine.
Oh, okay.
And then this part used to be the open cut, but when the yield ran low, we started cutting down deeper into the mountainside.
Alright, so.
So as you continue to walk along, you walk for about 150 paces, like you were sort of directed, and you come to yet again another sort of bunch of bushes with some overgrown sort of palm trees and things, obviously trying to keep it a little bit more concealed. And you come across where the drag marks and footprints seem to stop, and there is a trapdoor standing in front of you, like a two panel door.
Cellar door.
Hey.
Cellar door.
That's convenient.
What's that?
The door. And I'd go to
The
open
drag
the
mark
door.
straight to the door.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
I open it very slowly.
I sort of stand back with my whip in hand.
I'm looking around to see if there's any patrolling guards.
Give me
I'll
a
help him
perception
in
check.
I'll help him in that. In looking
Sure.
around.
Ooh, that was one to one. Perception?
Yep.
You can roll with advantage, so I don't roll because I'm helping.
Good. My first roll was better. That is a 19.
So around the
18, sorry,
Yeah.
18.
around the outside of the where you're currently standing, you don't happen to see anyone currently patrolling.
Yeah.
But as you open that doorway slowly, you start to sort of get the smell of sort of a more old, like mildew covered sort of tunnel. The air that's coming out of there is sort of wet and sticky. The walls look like they're slick with moisture,
They don't have airtight.
and you see sort of harmless sort of centipedes crawling across the floor and the walls in front of you. And then you see like at least 100 bats come flying out above you, and they just seem to shit. And they're not attacking you; they're just flying
Yeah.
by.
We should hurry because
Yeah.
everyone in.
Standard grandpa drill. Everyone into the cellar.
So
I go last, I close it, and
Yeah.
I get an unlit torch and I jam it through the handles on the inside.
So as you
Got my hammer.
get into that sort of that
And
tunnel and
Just quickly, it's pitch black, Denny, right?
pitch
Well,
black.
now I'll put it
Before you pull your hammer out, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much pitch
I
black.
do this very subtly
Pull it out.
before you pulls it out.
What the fuck's touching my face?
Sorry. No, it wasn't me, I kid.
What happened? Who touched you?
Light on the stuff.
So as that happens, and you sort of walk down there, you realise you're in a similar-looking tunnel, similar construction to what you were in previously, but this one's definitely older, stickier, damper. Smells just like old dirt. There hasn't been much air down here in a while.
I love it.
What a great place to set up a shop.
Lovely.
With the light, you can see that there's a corridor that looks like it's about 30 feet long in front of you. It looks like it turns around to the right.
Just before we progress any quicker, I'm just going to do Eyes of the Grave real quick.
Uh-huh.
See if I pick up any undead within 60 feet.
Hey, dude, what's happening with your eyes?
No, I'm just seeing things. I'm going to see if I can see any dead.
So as you cast Eyes of the Grave,
You had a very strong ping to your right.
yeah, as you cast Eyes of the Grave and look around, you don't feel anything in sort of the 60 feet besides the body that seems to be standing right next to you.
I kind of just look at him and just like squint, like just glare at him a little bit and just kind of like keep it to myself.
Yeah.
I could tell because I can tell the eye thing. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I see what you do, fam. I see you.
I'm going to have to do turn undead on you.
Ah!
Fail save. Instant dead.
Ah!
So you continue to walk along. You continue to walk along, and you get further and further down that corridor. And as you start to round that bend, you hear some voices down there. The voices The voices are speaking in a language that is still kind of a hybridy sort of language.
Can I determine roughly some words the same?
You can hear, look out, bats,
Good call.
careful. These are the words that you're hearing sort of thrown together.
Are so beautiful.
But you can tell that the way that it is, it's kind of like a direction, like someone giving orders.
Guys, I think they're coming this way because of the bats.
Oh no. I put my light out.
When they put their light out, you put your light out?
Oh, come on, that is.
When they put the lights out, I'm gonna rub my head again. We're in the
Alright,
tunnel.
dress.
We're in the tunnel.
Well, that's okay.
The guards coming after us. Can you tell them to leave?
I can let them know to leave you alone. Just your friends don't know about this, so
Yes.
they may need to.
Okay.
They may need to play along if they would like to continue their journey down here.
How
That
far
sounds
away are
good.
they
Your
from
call is
us?
important. Let's please on.
So you could say that, given where you are, you haven't got visuals on them yet.
Roughly.
I'd say if you went around the next sort of corner that's about 30 feet away,
it's fine.
Okay.
they're around the next corner.
So 30 feet from us?
Inspiration last 10 minutes.
I'd say 30 feet through a wall.
I
Yeah.
would have gone to Minithon.
This is a DM discussion.
So does it say you have to be able to see them? 'Cause then,
No, that's the problem because I'm thinking about doing thermatology.
Okay.
In terms of like doing a small tremor over there, just kind of like
Mhm.
the ground. Thermatology, sorry.
Yeah.
Thermatology, sorry.
Scientology.
The
whole-
whole
whole
new
new
science.
I'm bringing Omi to the future, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Would that be possible, or would I, in this case, I would have to physically see the location I want to do this in?
Well, given where you're currently standing,
What's a range?
you could do it in a place that you could still see that they could still see.
Yeah.
So let's say that.
So if they're here, we're here. The tunnel goes around. I kind of want to do it there, where it's like, oh, like don't go forward anymore.
I'll draw a bit where the
What's
tunnel is right now.
what's a range on it?
It's just a small area.
It just
Range is 30 feet.
and it just echoes.
Yeah.
So you can only do it 30 feet away.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to work out where they are.
come down here.
So spooky.
Right.
The thaumaturgy's there
So-
on Gold's tier.
Here's a really basic idea of where you are. So let's say you guys are about here,
Yeah.
right?
He's got a boarding paper.
The voices that you can hear are probably around there.
Okay, I'm gonna do a small.
So if you did something over here, you could get them to run
Yeah.
over there or something, maybe.
Yeah, I'm doing like a small like little tremor, so like some like rocks and stuff fall,
Mhm.
but not enough where it's gonna cause some proper damage.
Mhm.
Just to kind of get
You can
them
cast
to,
Yep.
to draw away to that location. And I just kind of stand there, I'm just like,
So as you do that, you notice some rocks sort of bump down and fall down, and with that you just hear them sort of. What would? Oh, there.
oh, there.
You can just hear some bits and pieces that they're saying,
Reception.
Yeah, I think they're in a tunnel.
and you
Getting in a lift.
see a group of 3 of them come moving out from around the corner, and they're heading in that direction.
Cast fireball with 5th level.
Yes.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Rip.
Fireball, motherfucker.
But yeah, as they head out in that direction, you can see pretty.
So we're
Pretty-
going past them now,
No,
right?
they're sort of walking in front of you, going in that direction. So let's just say that.
So
What's
they're
your mate?
crossing the threshold.
So if you're here, right? If you're here, they'd be going like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they'll be doing.
How dark is
So
it
you see them
without
go
lights
across.
off? How
Yeah.
dark is it without lights off?
Out there's a little bit of dim light that you
Okay,
can
so
see.
we can make them out.
You can make them out more silhouettes, but you can still
Yeah.
kind of see some
If we actually
features.
try and target something, we have a good shot.
You can see what seems to be really well built, strong looking male that looks like he works out a lot. There's 3 of them. You can see they're sort of in like sort of medium armor from the waist down, but they're like chests out on the top. Braces
Shredded for stereo.
and like holding scimitars. And they're just sort of walking over there and looking in that direction. Now, also what you can tell from that sort of brief moment of being able to see them is that their heads were not human heads. Those were they're like fully reptilian sort of snake heads from top down to about your chest
Fuck these bros.
as they walk by.
So the Yuan T, But they're not Yuan-Ti.
You see this walking by.
What the fuck are those?
Yuan-Ti can
They-
be
they have-
anything from
Oh,
half,
yeah.
top half, bottom half,
Yeah.
nearly full.
But that is. You see 3 of them walking
Yeah.
by.
There's bulk Yanti.
Bulk Yuan-Ti.
That's cool.
Very cool, right?
Yeah.
Bulk tea.
Yeah.
Shredded
Swole
stereo.
tea.
Small tea.
Stereotype.
Yo, small tea. How you doing?
Shredded for Omu.
The rave, you know.
Second one had a night time.
Yeah, the zombies are the DJs.
The zombie's actually a rave at night.
Stop eating my characters.
I can't help it.
Find someone else.
D&D.
You see them heading across there. What do you guys want to do?
I want to walk forward, like
Yeah.
stealthily,
Mm-hmm.
like to the cusp where I can see them, and hopefully
Wait, tickets.
try and figure a way where I can like run across.
Banish all 3 of them.
So, coming towards the cusp, you notice that the end of this tunnel that you're in opens up into a big cavern. So this cavern has in front of you, you can see some dimly lit water glistening away. You can see that to the right hand side of your tunnel, there's just a small amount of land left before it kind of becomes water, and they've just headed down. There's probably another 20 feet of dirt to your right hand side before it hits water. So there's not that much further they could have gone. But on your left hand side, you can see that that this sort of dirt keeps going and sort of looks like it goes around the corner. You can go that way as well. And you also see 2 small rowboats that are sitting there right on the edge of the water.
I'm getting like massive like Hades and Gold
Do we
Queen
see,
vibes from this one.
I double back to the group
Mhm.
and I just tell them that information.
Mhm.
Well, look, we can.
Just quietly, I'm no longer Thorn. He
Oh.
died a while ago.
I've already got the question.
Sorry.
That'll be fine.
So I could cast blindness and deafness on them,
I can also cast darkness as well.
but it sticks to a point. Yeah,
Well, it's a 60-foot area.
60-foot.
I can also put some extra little things there to distract them.
That sounds pretty good.
Can we just sneak past them?
Well, that's what we're gonna do with some distractions.
A further thing that I should have mentioned as well is when you're looking out there and looking around to your left where that dirt kept going, that's where a lot of that dim lit's coming from. It looks like light's coming out of that area.
Do we see track marks on the ground and where they go?
There's track marks everywhere down here. Like it looks like this is a pretty common area that's been
So we
traversed.
don't see any of those dragon marks that we've seen earlier?
No, you see drag marks, yeah, but they sort of go in all directions. Just
Okay.
looks like it's a common thing that happens down here.
Yeah.
So there's boats there, but I don't know. I don't think there's any point heading to boats.
I think we go left. Maybe if you cast a spell, they'll probably get wind that something's happened.
Well, that's either that or we kill them.
We can probably kill them. Don't think it's going to be that hard. But 5 of us.
We've got to do it quick though before the big noise.
What I can do, trust me, I go to the point of the edge HB. So they're standing to my right, technically, yes. So,
Are they still there?
oh, sorry. I'm assuming no time has passed.
No, not this fast.
Yeah, and so if the 3 are still standing there, I'm going to cast the spell again, and I'm going to do whispers 30 feet down that tunnel, and go, "Hello, is anyone there?"
Oh, down the left-hand tunnel.
Down the tunnel that they're looking into.
There's no tunnel that way.
Oh, isn't
It's
it?
just-
Okay, my bad.
Just some dirt leading up to the water. I'm about to give you a map so you can see.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'll retract that until I find out what it looks like.
I'm just going to cover the rest so you can't see the rest.
That's fine.
So we push that there, so you don't want to see the rest of it
So
until
we're
you
at
go.
that top corner.
You're here,
Yeah.
and you looking out, you see the dirt. That's what I meant by they could go around the corner a little bit, and they couldn't go too much further. And that's where you see that some of the light coming from as well in that direction. And then you obviously
Okay, so they can go in the water from their spot, right?
yep.
I'm going to cast that in the water and be like, "Help, help, I'm drowning." At the same time, I'm going to also cast the spell again and create like a little ripple in the water.
Okay. So, as you create the ripple in the water, you see them sort of look towards the water, and
And the sound as well, like "help, help."
yeah, they look towards the water, and they're quite unsure about why that there's noise coming out of there. They haven't heard this before, and you see them start to freak out a little bit, and they start talking together, and you see them sort of discussing whether or not they should get in the boat and investigate it or not.
Is there any way I can throw a rock back over
There's
there?
plenty of rocks around. You could throw whatever rock you wanted to. Do you would like to throw one?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. I'm gonna huck a rock over to where he was like.
I'll give you our bardic inspiration. That's an extra 1d10.
1d10.
This is a crucial roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna huck a rock.
Yeah.
And try and like stealthily so they can't see it, but where he's doing it from.
Okay. Sure. Give us a dex check.
Big rolls too. That's good. So
6.
27 without mod,
Yeah. Okay.
and 29.
So as you sort of huck that rock, you manage to land it like almost exactly where that voice that he was creating comes from, and you see this bloop, and you see this ripple just coming out, and they're like, "Da, dead, move, we must go."
And I just kind of go like, they're moving.
And you see them turn around and start walking back towards your area to try and go towards those boats.
I step back into the cave.
Back up a bit.
Give me some stealth checks as you roll, getting back in there.
Oh shit.
I didn't move, but
Still
Yeah, if you weren't out there, he was poking out.
Is
So
he poking
but
out?
only people that were poking their head out. Yeah.
I have that one.
Were you poking your head out?
15.
I thought we were walking. We're not
Yeah.
walking, are we?
No,
I just poked my head
he
out.
went to poke his head out, and then he followed to poke his head out, and I was just sort of.
So-
But he's
waiting
doing that
for-
whole like one head.
I didn't
two
move
head-
at all.
three
Yeah.
head.
Everyone's cast.
I was
So
waiting
everyone
for
looked out was
Oh,
black.
one of those comedy
So
skits.
so
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you three all looked out. You guys did.
I was waiting for instructions.
Just quickly, Odd, there will be thorn behaviour. I will destroy some town at some point. It will be done.
So what would you roll?
15 for me.
11 behaviour.
Yeah.
And
I'll
you
vote
got
something
a
up.
1, right?
You got a 1.
I got a nat 1, so a 10.
So
Plus 9.
you guys managed to scurry back a little bit.
Yeah.
Stealth.
You guys managed to scurry back a little bit, and you, however, catch their eyes as they're coming back, and they see you standing there.
When I see them, I just. Flawless.
That's what
Absolutely
they,
flawless.
they come over towards you. They run towards you, and they start investigating. Like, what?
I don't move.
You. What? You. They get their little scimitar. They start poking it. Like this is
I just
pretty
take
sharp.
It. I take it.
It takes
I'm holding my breath. I can hold my breath 15
Yeah, I'm
minutes.
like backed up against the wall. It's like,
And they start looking at each other like really confused. Like, what? They start pushing it, and they push you over.
I want to stay tense but fall over.
Oh, give us a strength check anyway. You might even get pulled to push
Make
over.
dig noises with dermatology.
Ding, ding, ding. Strength check or strength save?
Sound of crushing
check.
glass.
14 then.
Yeah, as he pushes with all his might, and you don't even get pushed over.
And I
This
I'm gonna leave this. I know this is that.
I'm just holding.
not here before. What? Where it come from? It's just very confusing. We take to Rust.
This is like the Simpsons episode where Homer's Buddha, and they just grab him and take him away.
And at that point, all three of them grab you, and they start walking you over towards what seems to be a door that is just above where the boats are.
We need to go get him.
And they start walking you up towards there.
We need to get him. Alright, as they start walking away, I cast blindness deafness at level 4, so I can cast on 2 creatures at once. I need a con save from both of them, please.
That's 3.
yeah, so
Yeah.
2 of them. Do you want what con saves?
probably the one's carrying you.
Wait,
I don't know.
so
Unless
it's
they're all
three.
carrying you.
No, but because I'm using a 4th level, it gets an additional as well. So, because I don't have any 3rd level spell slots left.
Wait,
Three.
is that all 3 then?
So
So
I'm getting
4th
all-
level gets.
Oh, he's getting
all-
all 3.
Yeah, 4th level gets all
Fuck
3.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you see you're hitting all 3 of them.
Yeah. Big spell slot.
Roll low.
Oh, shit rolls.
Okay. So one of them got a 20. The other one's an 18. The last one got an 8.
Okay. One is blind
Okay.
and deaf.
Alright, so we'll say you hit
Hey,
the one.
Sonny.
We'll say you hit the one on the outside that's like still holding onto the arm.
It could be like a curse.
Yes.
Get Gatsy.
We get them now.
Gatsy. Where are we going? Oh, no, make sure we don't hit the door.
We get him now, guys.
And then the one in the middle is just like, he just shrugs it. He's like, this has fucking happened before.
Are we going?
Yes, go.
Don't drink too much.
I'm going to let off crossbow bolt.
I'm going to hit firebolt on the one that's talking to the blind dude.
Okay.
I'll fire a crossbow bolt. At
Yeah.
the one
And
that's
whatever-
got my death.
Whatever one they hit, I'll follow that up with a Toll the Dead.
Alright.
And I'll prepare and
All right. You guys can give me attack rolls because you're going to hit first before there's initiative.
Surprise round, motherfuckers.
23.
Oof. 7.
15.
So,
23.
Fuck you, die.
okay.
So I need a whiz save from whichever one
I hit.
took damage so I can do it.
Okay. So, who got over? I'm not going to tell you. What did you get?
7.
Okay, so you missed. What did you get?
23.
15.
You were preparing something? Or you just
no, I literally was just staying frozen, so I don't know what's happening.
Alright, you guys both hit.
Okay. Cool.
And then can I get a con save from whichever one's
Yep.
hit?
Yep.
Sorry, whiz save.
We save. 19.
Oh, well, he passes.
Yeah.
So he takes half of his.
Oh, 14.
15.
14.
No, I rolled a 10. 15.
14
15
fire
damage.
damage.
Yeah, let me put that half down.
So
1 to 10.
one of them also takes 6 necrotic.
Alright, so you got 6 necrotic.
So I damaged the one that was talking to the blind deaf guy.
Yeah. How much did you hit for?
D8.
14 fire damage.
14. Oh shit, yeah, that's fine.
That is 200, yeah.
It's a hand crossbow.
Yeah, which is a D6, I'm pretty sure.
How much did you hit for?
15.
15.
Hey, we're in sync tonight with our shows.
Okay. So as soon as that happens,
I was gonna like put things there.
they all sort of they drop Drask, then they turn around, and you guys need to give me initiative.
We're still kind of in the dark, aren't we?
Yeah.
So can they see us?
Oh, for
Can they
fuck's sake.
see you?
Yeah.
Oh, they
I'm
can see
lost,
because where you are is like dimly lit out there. It's
We're
more-
out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just double
Would
check.
we have had advantage on that attack realistically?
No, we've been sneaking.
Not unless you have sneak attack.
Well, yeah.
Surprise round.
Well,
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Actually, we use the.
Use the other side.
Not big, it's the stone side.
Yeah.
Those are the forest side.
Got your fam.
Stone side.
Stone side.
Stone side.
No, fuck.
Is it worse?
Let's go.
We don't clean these.
Oh my God.
This is where we lost people. This is where.
It's true.
This was that was a Shigambi.
Ah, that's for Indie Dive.
Shagambe.
it does come
That sucked.
Yeah, we can wipe it off. I'll get some poop tickets and we'll get it off.
Just use wet wipes.
I do actually have wet wipes.
Wet wipes are the best for cleaning it. No. I'd clean.
Trust me, wet wipes are great for cleaning up.
Wet wipes are great for everything.
I always have wipes in the house.
Does anyone want to do the wet wiping? Terry's used to wet wiping, he can do wet wiping.
Skilled with the wet wiping.
I'm used to wiping ass.
Yeah, this is ass.
Assassination. Ass.
Ass and
Do you have any blindness and deafness?
You should remove inspiration from yourself.
Blindness and deafness.
Do you want
Well,
me
maybe
to-
we can check with the Dasmith over here and see what tokens he may have.
What tokens do you want?
Blindness?
Blindness and deafness.
I'm blind. I can't get all.
Did I bring
It's like,
it?
I don't-
think
Do you want me just to wipe everything off this?
Bring
Or?
Oh, my freshly drawn map. Just wipe it all off.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Do it again, just do it again.
What am I wiping?
Don't wipe the boats!
Spend Asia in the boats.
Wipe the boats.
On the boats.
I don't
Alright.
have conditioning.
Oh, mate, one
The
job, mate.
week you don't bring them,
I
The
know.
battle.
Yeah, the week I bring them every week, and the week I don't bring them,
The battle.
week we need them.
we use some.
So I'll be casting
So,
bang.
I was gonna be like, that was the.
But he must
the
just be
path
selling them too quickly.
leading in.
At the Dutchsmith, whatever side.
Dot square.
That's where that's.
And then what was it? It was like
Dot square.
a big.
It's through square.
What is it? I can't argue with that logic.
Chamber leading out there.
I think you need to wait for that to dry because it's like
Horrible.
it's not.
Well, look, we don't have time to wait, Sam.
Let's go.
Take a break.
Get out of
Take
tissue.
your time out.
Yeah, it was get like a heat up, just hit fan it.
Come on, you bastard, don't let me down.
It was kind of roughly it.
But not actually there.
There we go.
Alright, now.
Hey, get your little turret in.
Yeah, I plan on it.
Yeah, boy.
Bang, 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 bang!
Alright. Chuck us the text so I can put these in there.
Initiative trackers, get yours.
Sorry, I
For-
got
Get
a
some initiative trackers.
For
guys.
reference, Minithorn shares my initiative.
Okay, alright.
This in a cup, did you?
For reference, I get to go
Electrolytes.
first regardless.
Oh, how many?
Is it weird for me to drink my own urine?
There's 3 young
It's meant to make me stronger, right?
Yep.
Big girls tell me that.
Drinking
Use these ones, I guess.
Sterols, I like
Makes
the
sense.
toast.
They look like women there, but it doesn't matter. Jonas.
Doesn't matter what that.
Now, which was the ones that you guys hit?
I hit the one that
The
was
one that
talking
you-
to the deaf guy.
Oh, see, I was shooting the one that you was blind.
Oh.
Gives him a choice.
Alright. So, guys at home that are playing along, we have initiative trackers that you should definitely pick up because they're fucking cool. And we put them along the end of the DM screen, and then we slide them across as it's each person's turn. So if you're playing at home, they're very helpful. Alright, hang on.
Yeah, we need to work out
Do you
who's
even know
first.
who's Immortal?
Who's actually in what order? Okay, who got 20 and above?
Well done, mate.
20 above? 15 to 20.
17.
17. Alright, that's the T plus M, which is 10 plus mini.
Oh,
10 plus mini.
I get a
Oh.
pen.
You can just
I
write
still got
Tim.
that.
Alright, T plus M.
it's the gravity.
Okay, 10 to 15.
Yep.
Really? No? Oh, you guys.
7, that is 11.
Okay, 5 to 10.
7.
6.
Boy.
7.
Look, clerics need to be at the back anyway.
Oh, you got 7 as well.
Yeah, I got 7.
Who's got high dex?
I've got +2.
Then we just.
Is that like an accurate spacing?
+1.
Or just right?
Alright.
We'll just go with it?
Yep.
That's the spacing?
So the one with the silver foil on the head is blind.
What, do you get to go
That's
first
one I
regardless? Or
No,
what?
I'm just
You're just
kidding.
making it
I'm
up.
just making up my own rules.
Alright, cool.
I go. You go FYI. Mini thorns with the same initiative. I'm like FYI. I get to go first regardless.
It's a
feat. It's a feat.
Yes.
It's called a go fuck yourself feat.
it's the college that I'm part of.
College of bullshit.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so-
so damn can go suck it.
So as you guys
I'm
have done that, they turn around and they all start coming towards you.
Other than this guy.
Yeah, well, he starts trying to walk in the right direction,
At the end of his turn,
Yeah.
he gets to make another save.
but he walks like this way. He doesn't know which way he's going because the rest of them go this way, and they come in a little bit
you
closer.
get attack of opportunity.
I'm just freezing at the moment.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't know what they're doing right now.
Now, as
You
they're coming
can't
towards
see
you,
and hear what just happened.
Okay.
Actually, first.
you're first.
Alright.
No, blindness and deafness.
Tim's
You're
turn.
fully aware of what's going on.
You're fine.
Alright,
So, hacky.
Not yet.
Well, I sort of somehow ended up at the front.
Right, yeah.
Even though I probably would have ended at the back. That's right.
Right.
Rajay.
Just gonna sort of keep myself about here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to deploy my turret.
Yeah, boy.
Just gonna crawl out off my back.
Yep.
4 little like mechanical spider legs. And
It's
he's
a
gonna,
nice 3D printed looking turret
just
there.
gonna drop down
Good one.
next to me. And he is going to be a force ballista
Damn.
cannon.
Damn, boy.
So then, as my bonus attack, as I can do this as one whole thing when I cast him, he's going to make an attack on the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
So it's almost like a
This one.
ranged spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah.
So-
Cool. So you're making an attack with your turret. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
10.
10 to hit.
10 to hit.
That is a miss. Sir.
That's a miss.
That is a
Awesome.
big miss.
That's
That's
a
right.
go home.
So try again.
That's right. And then I'll move him.
Do you reckon they use
A
strength
bit
or
closer over
dexterity
there.
for their attack?
So that's my bonus action. Then, as my action, I will shoot my crossbow at him again.
They're actually
Okay.
fun.
Oh, at the one that's now closest to me. There it is. That's a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool. And that's 9 damage.
9 damage. And which one was that? Sorry, the one.
The one that's in front. One that's closest to me.
Okay, cool. I'd say that's the one that got hit before. Because the one in the middle got hit. Yeah. So that was what was that 9 damage?
9.
9 damage.
Get a bang going.
Yeah, and that'll end
Okay.
my turn.
Cool. All right.
Go bang shit.
Rask.
Jask's turn.
Okay, so seeing them do that, I'm going to. I'll pick out my whip.
Yep.
And turn and look at them. And then hold my whip and. Well, how far away are they?
It's about 30 feet.
They're about 4 foot. They're 5 foot cubes.
Okay, so then. I'm going to turn around.
Yep.
And wait.
Okay.
And see if they're moving away.
Are you holding an action?
Okay,
or just waiting?
nope, just waiting.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
That's-
So then, next up is
Back to the door.
what'd you get? 7.
Yeah.
Guy in the middle attacks.
Rip.
He comes.
John Marcus.
Yeah, that's alright. He comes running this direction towards the crew
Trips over the border.
Ah, fucking Jesus.
and goes for an attack on. I believe this
Tim.
is Tim.
Time.
Bloke who shot at him. That's fair enough.
So. Oops. That one is a 17 to hit.
Miss.
Nice.
So that's as he comes down with his scimitar, he goes to slash you, and just you manage to dodge it on the way through.
Deflects it off the shield.
On his way through though, he lifts his arm and then goes for a bite on you.
Oh.
Just snake out at the
That's
same
gross.
time.
That's not very nice.
And that one is a 22 to hit.
I'll use my shield as a reaction to bump my AC to 24. So
Sure. And so he goes to bite down on you and doesn't even pierce your skin. Yeah. He doesn't pierce your skin at all, and you manage to just sort of shrug
Sorry,
it off.
sorry.
To the study next turn.
I thought like it was as a physical item, not a spell.
Facts.
So I'm gonna
Pax, your
step.
turn.
What's the range on? So it's only 10, 15, 25, 30.
Yep.
Alright.
I don't actually have a shield.
I'm gonna.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna step back there,
Yes.
and I'm gonna hold Bane
Yeah.
until at least the second one gets within 30 feet, and
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bane on the both of them once
Cool.
they're in range.
Cool. So you're holding action.
Holding a spell.
Holding a spell.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. That would mean it is
My turn.
Is it
the
easy?
second one's turn.
Is it easy? Is it easy if you add them on the counter,
That's all
or
they're for.
No, but then you'll know.
we know already? We
already
know
know
who goes
already.
before us.
They don't always stay in the same order. That's not how the game works.
So as he rushes, Bane.
I call bullshit.
There are legendary actions on everything that can move. You can
Oh.
change. You can change orders, but these ones might not have that. So I just don't want to give that away. That's the reason. But he comes in
You
close.
make the rules, man.
Bane.
Your bane will go off.
So I need a charisma save from both of them.
Sure. For charisma, you get an 11 and a 17.
One fails.
Okay,
One
cool.
succeeds.
Which one do you want to fail? Which one do you want to succeed?
Well, which one did you roll for?
Well, left one failed. Well, my left.
Your left?
My left. That guy.
So 1 year 10.
He failed. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. And what do you want to do with him? Put bane on him?
Yeah, so he's baned.
Okay, cool.
When's Bane?
It's a minus D4 on all his attacks. And saving throw.
Okay. So given that, it is now
And
Animal's turn.
I will. From where I am, I'm going to take like a step back.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a crossbow and shot at that one that I can see directly ahead of me.
Yeah, boy.
Sure.
Get him. Get him.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
Sweet, fuck
Low
yeah.
AC. Low AC.
9 damage.
No, and that's on which one again? The
The furthest one.
Furthest one from you?
Me, yeah.
so that guy on the right.
Yeah, that
Yep.
one on your right. Yeah.
Sure.
Both. Bane.
Yep. That hit. How much
And then-
damage?
Those two are Bane.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, the one on closest
And then I will end
Just
my
the one
turn.
closest
to you. Yeah,
to
the
you.
Your
left
turn?
one isn't.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I thought he was casting that.
He did, but one passed.
It is now
Ah, okay.
your boy's turn.
Oh.
It's your boy, the undead boy.
Yep.
So I was holding out. So 7.5. 10. I move back a bit, so I'm pretty much going towards the riverbank.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out.
Yep,
not to
sure.
go in the
Yeah,
river.
cast Witch Bolt.
Uh,
On which target?
Ooh, that one there.
Yep.
That's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. He hits.
Perfect. So that's 1d12, which is 4 damage, 4 lightning damage, and until I break concentration or character dies, I'm going to consistently use my action
Sure.
to unlimited power.
It's
Awesome.
like a channel.
Yeah,
Awesome.
lasts for a minute.
1 minute, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to the last guy who's currently blinded and deaf. What save do you have to make to try and break that?
So it is at the end of his turn. He gets to make a con save.
Okay, and while he's blind, does he have disadvantage on
He
things?
just has his normal movement.
Well, he's so whatever condition effect blinded is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's just blinded.
The spell is either or.
Oh, you pick one.
Okay. Let me
What's
check
the
up blinded.
So, like the way we've done it in the past, you roll a d4 for which way they might move.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to pinpoint a sound somewhere.
I'll have a quick look because I'll see what it actually is. A blinded creature can't see.
It's probably just disadvantage.
Checks out.
Yeah, a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails an ability check that requires sight. And attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So that's how it works. Cool. So this one's going to try and make a crossbow attack in the direction that he can hear all the commotion coming from, and he's going to try and make it towards Tim with disadvantage. And as he pulls back the bow, and let's fly with this first arrow. It lands right in the back of the head of the other one.
Whoops.
Yeah.
And
Y'all don't even need Drask.
that is a 8.
Blind is so good. It's not even a concentration,
Yes. It's like, oh, bad luck, bud.
And it deals
basically.
8 piercing damage, and
So that's the one in front of me.
8 piercing damage and 9 poison damage to the one in front of you.
If you had a saving throw, I got to minus that as well.
Ouch.
And that one falls to it falls down to its knees, and it's feeling really worse for wear.
So the one in front of me.
Yeah.
He's kneeling. That means you get advantage.
It takes his second crossbow attack
Hits him in the other back.
and just shoots and just thinks he's going right, and you just see it like plop into the water on the other side. He just completely misses.
No clue. Okay.
All right, it is now
My turn.
T plus M.
T plus M plus turret.
I'm
TMT.
I'm going to
Website's down.
I'm going to raise my hand and sort of and cast Fairy Fire
Sure.
on like this point here because it's 20-foot cube from the point I pick.
We happen to have spell markers, so we can show where that is.
15. Oh, that's good.
That's 20 for circle. I thought it was a circle and just put one as well.
I want to sort of set it where I can try and hit both of these two, but not hit anyone else. So if I put it there, that should hit.
Can't you select friendlies for Fairy Fire?
Can you set friendly fire for fairy fire?
It's just any creature in the area when the spell is cast.
Yeah, so
it's outlined if it fails at death.
Put it right there.
So I'm putting it behind these guys so it hits those two, but not myself.
Okay, so they're right on the edge of it.
Yeah, so those two need to make a dex check for me, please.
And he gets -1 on the Bane target.
Oh,
Okay.
helping.
All right.
Basically.
The Bane one's the left one, right? Yep. So the Bane one gets 20, and the other one gets a 16.
They're both pass.
They both pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes lucky.
Yeah. That's alright.
Okay.
But then as my bonus action, I will turn my turret, move him back 5 feet, and then shoot at the one right in front of me.
Sure.
That's it.
I need a bigger printer.
Holy shit.
26.
Hits.
Ready for everyone, man.
26 is 3d8.
Tidal wave.
So we ruined your
Oh
thing.
shit, did I mention my character can't swim?
So it takes 7 damage, and he's moved 15 feet away. So from the direction he's shooting, he gets moved 15 feet that way.
All right.
Cool.
So
Towards me.
as that turret bullet goes through and knocks him sort of 15 feet this way, he actually just dies at the same time. And so you've completely KO'd that first one.
I'm gonna bonus action and transfer my bane.
Do you have any other attacks?
No, that was
That's
my
it. Did he
action,
make-
bonus action.
Sorry, did he make his con save at the end of his turn?
That guy,
Yeah,
the one that
blind
just
guy.
died.
No, the blind guy.
No, this one.
Oh, he did make his. Actually, he didn't make his con save. He got a 11.
No, facts.
And as a reaction,
Still
I will look at that dead one and I'll cast Mantle of Whispers and I absorb his shadow.
You
What the
absorb his shadow.
fuck?
Okay.
What?
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 And so it begins.
Hold on, and I thought I was the necromancer of the group.
Just you fucking white boys.
Oh yeah.
And that was what reaction, was it?
That was a reaction.
Okay.
Are you gonna jizz out his shadow or something on him?
Fun?
The ghost blue.
All right.
No, just white man.
Is that a reaction?
It's like Piccolo absorbing
Yeah,
Neil.
someone does.
Oh, sorry, I
Just
thought
you
you were
wait.
Tim.
No, Trusky boy.
Alright, now seeing this and seeing what's going on, I'm like, okay, gotta get real. I'm gonna put my thing away and grab my axe instead, and I'm just gonna run up to this guy, rage, and then
Okay. Go for an attack.
You get an advantage because he's blinded.
Yep, you get advantage.
Being that person, and I know everything about that thing.
That's cool.
Yo, that's
You're lucky you got advantage.
Did you roll a
I rolled a nat 1 and a 5.
I've got a bard in.
So,
15?
with my battle axe, that is a max of 12.
And you hit.
I guess they are unarmored.
I thought the shred abs would give at least 14.
Abs of steel.
Yeah.
They're not monks.
Yeah, like what's the point of getting fit when you can't get a good AC?
When you get essentially advantage.
Alright, so that's
Can't get the gravity,
1d8.
real
And you can choose which one you use.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Real bad gravity.
Alright, so that is 5 plus
Yeah, if I
3, plus 3, so 11 damage
11.
Fuck him
on the
up.
first swing, and then I'm going to swing back again with the second one.
Yeah, still has advantage.
Could have even
1 and 1. Good job, Chris. Good roll there.
Cancel, you led us down this horrible path.
Can't you roll again?
Fucking one.
That was 5. Plus, sorry, 5 double 10 plus 3, 13.
13.
Yeah,
Could be worse.
didn't roll so bad.
That's a fair swing.
So
It's a fair
24
shake of the
on
sauce bottle axe.
2. And then after seeing that, then I'm going to use as the bonus action, I'm going to use my Hungry Jaws. And I'm going to go for a bite on him.
Okay.
Aha, good glow.
So,
Sorry, bite me this.
right, so
biting to a
that's
tree
12. I rolled
12?
3 to 5. That's
12. Hits.
When you're blind, you sound like a
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Checks out.
That's 3 plus 3, 6, 9.
9.
Yeah. Then I get plus 5 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Did your head glow?
Huh?
Does your head glow?
Well, I don't believe you'd be able to notice.
No, I might. Like, sorry, talking out of character here.
It's covered right now.
Yeah,
That's
Got it
it's
wrapped.
been covered for a
But
while.
it might be glowing. You just don't know.
Secret
There's a
action.
chance.
I'm literally just there with lightning, like, this is so cool.
All right. Give him that one instead.
Backs. I'm gonna cantrip Toll the Dead. This guy?
Okay.
Has he been injured before?
He has.
He's currently been
He
electrocuted.
has been. He has
Can I
been
get a wisdom save?
Like
please?
Emperor Palpatine over here.
Yeah. 16.
That's a fail. So you take 11 plus. Gee, that should be
Wait, hang on. That was a magic spell, right?
Yeah.
He gets advantage on it. He still doesn't make it. So.
Okay. He gets.
11 plus 15.
Well, it's stupid. They don't put a fucking dot on it to indicate if it's a 9 or a 6.
That's a 6.
The 9 and the 6 look the exact same.
I think it's a 6.
Yeah.
Here, do you want to just roll my 12?
Okay. 17.
17.
Yeah, no dot.
You got shit dice. Should have won from Dustmith.
17 damage, was it?
Yes.
Sure.
17
No,
necrotic.
they do. There's a dot there.
Where?
Tiny
See that door at the bottom?
Nah, that's surely just a
100%
spike.
because look, dot at the bottom of that one there.
Yeah.
Then you go to the 9.
Oh, get
The
fucked.
dot's on the bottom there.
So you got a
roll a
9. 9.
Was it a 9?
Look, we didn't check which one it was, so who knows.
Make it 9.
Alright, so just plus the extra
3 damage.
three on
So it was,
top.
it was 20 total.
Yeah.
20 total. Alright,
Easy.
that makes the maths easier anyway. So.
I like calling numbers.
Take away the 3 and the 4.
The answer is death.
Thank you for rolling higher.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Carry the 1.
At that point, the closer one to you,
Oh, ridiculous.
he
Absolutely ridiculous.
takes a who's this here? He takes takes a longbow shot at Pax.
Oh, fuck you. What a piece of shit.
Well, you kind of.
My fault.
He pulls it back right beside his ear, and he lets it go, and you see it shoot right towards Pax, and it is a nat 20.
Cancel.
He's like, I was waiting for that.
This,
Still hits.
it's like I don't expect the answer from this, but he's currently being electrocuted by lightning.
Yeah.
But that's some sort of like weird disadvantage of that. Like gonna be like the most alpha looking guy ever. Like being electrocuted. Like yeah, I'm all good. Like,
He was
that's
just
like,
like still managed to hit him.
the arrow's electrocuted.
Yeah,
now.
I said charge the arrow.
All right.
At least they're easy to
So
see.
minor.
So weird.
And that's 7 piercing damage
Yeah.
plus 12 poison damage.
Great.
That was 2d6s, by the way, for the poison damage.
That's
And
roll.
I need to make a concentration check.
Yes, you do.
So what was the total damage?
The total damage there was
19?
Yeah, it was
12 and 7.
7 plus 12. Yeah.
So I need to make over 10.
Yep.
And a con save.
I've got to 10 no matter what.
I failed.
so it's
So you drop Bane.
over 10.
Yeah, well, Bane's already gone anyway,
Yes,
actually.
it's-
Now I realised.
Yeah.
More than
I was then
20.
thinking, oh wait, no, blindness.
Does that drop blindness
Because
deafness?
if it's more
Is that
than
not a is that not concentration?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
It's just a straight spell.
All right.
half damage.
Awesome. So you take that damage,
Whichever one's higher.
and then it's the other one's turn. And given that he just got swung on by Drask, he's going to turn around and make a swing back at Drask with his
Bring it
With
to finish
scimitar?
on disadvantage.
with disadvantage. He got
Fuck as well.
16.
Oh, it almost hit if you had like 7 more.
That was with disadvantage. You could have gone better.
I know. So that's a miss. That's a miss.
And with that, he makes his second. He makes his second attack, but this time he just tries to bite down because he knows that you're in range of him,
13 on these saves. So I can get
and misses you once again with his bite,
So like
and then goes to
Con save?
5 or higher.
con save or which save?
Con save.
Yeah. Hit that.
Con save. That is a fail as well. Actually, no, he gets advantage on that, right? That's a save.
I don't know. It's your
Yeah,
creature.
he does. He does. He's got advantage to saving throws.
Over
on
yeah.
magic effects. Yeah.
What do you
So
roll?
that is 17.
He succeeds.
Yeah, so he's no longer blind.
The blindness is lifted.
No longer blind. Okay. That means it is.
My turn. I look at the one closest to me and I'm like, this gonna hurt, and I cast Mind Sliver.
Okay.
And I need an intelligence saving throw.
Sure.
Is he a smart lad?
Get inside his head.
Nat
He's
20.
not a lot.
You fuck.
22.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he
Chance
passes
of
that. He passes that.
He passes
Fine.
that. Yep. All right. What else are you gonna do?
And that's the end of my turn.
Ah,
Nothing
good
else.
turn. Thanks.
Come back later.
Thanks
Yeah.
for playing, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your boy.
Automatic attack with Thunder Lightning. 9 damage.
Yep.
Is that what you're doing?
Confidence.
I'm sorry it wasn't an even number. We can bump it up to 10 if you want.
That's all right. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Begin.
All right. And that means that it's the top of the round again.
Timsy boy.
Tim's
So this sort of comes around this way, does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move. Where am I? 30. I'm gonna move over here with thing.
Mm-hmm.
With my attack, I'll use my crossbow.
Yep.
12.
Sure.
Does 12 hit?
That does hit.
Yeah, boy.
Shit, roll.
Dude, they're shredded, they're not ripped.
It's 12
Yeah,
damage.
shredded for stereo.
Yeah.
12 damage.
12 damage on
That one.
this close one.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright.
And then as my bonus action, I'll shoot him with my turret.
Okay.
Direct my turret to look at him.
No, Jenny. Bang, 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 bang.
It's a 21.
That hits.
Come on, you prick.
It's a big turret, big blast coming out here.
13.
13.
And he moves 15 feet.
And he moves 15 feet again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even a save.
As he moves 15 feet, you
Yay!
Blast him.
You blast him over with the turret
I
again.
get concerned every time they get pushed. I'm like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're
He's
good.
down now, and
And
obviously
then I'll
yours
just-
just dropped because
Because I can move him as well. I'll just turn him.
Sure.
So he's aiming at the next one.
Okay.
Ultras are mid.
Yeah, like what the?
It is
Refresh.
Drask.
Alright.
Shut it off.
I'm gonna go for 2 swings at him. Oh, it's just the one. Alright, I'll take that. That's a mod 20.
Mod 20. That hits.
Alright. So
Doesn't lie.
do you So that's 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 3 is 14.
14.
Then I'll go for the next swing.
Mm-hmm.
1.
That is a 15.
You did.
That hits.
3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9.
Okay. And with that, he turns around to go to attack you.
Shit. He knows.
He knows what's up.
And hits 17.
That's a miss.
Misses. And then
Wonder if it was
that's for the scimitar, and then it goes for a bite attack.
Brilliant.
And that one is instead a 21.
Fuck, that misses.
He misses that too. And now it is
Back to the door.
Baxador's turn.
I'm gonna start running towards him because I want to try and restrain him.
Yep.
So what's my movement? 30. I'm not gonna get very far. 30 as far as I can go.
Okay.
Dash. Oh yeah, dash. We're not 60.
Okay. Alright, and now it's
Animal.
Animal's turn.
Oh.
Oh, those are screws and stuff. Look like a screw. I'm like, what the fuck?
I will take a crossbow shot at him.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey.
That hits.
I'll let it through.
That hits.
Oh, he's gonna let that one roll.
Even though I want to restrain him, but
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal, lethal crit.
hey, it's non-lethal.
Let's go.
What's that? That's
14,
13, 15 damage.
Nice.
No, isn't it 20? Don't double those?
No, I just rolled 2d8s.
Oh,
It's 1d8.
Cool.
So it's that.
How do you want to do it?
Just
Damn
crossbow, just crossbow roll through the throat.
You see
As soon as his eyes open,
straight through the neck, and the third Yuan team Malison goes
just
down.
drowns on his own fucking blood.
When-
I want to get him.
When the turn's finished,
Before.
I'm going to grab my knife
know
and my
if
jar,
If
and I'm going to cut
stick came through.
one of the one team front to pour the blood into my vial.
Into your jar.
Yeah. jar.
While he's collecting the
close it.
blood, I'm gonna search the body of the other one.
Okay.
He's not cutting my blood.
Sure.
He's not draining.
It's like I'm just there, like, hey, bud.
Let's see what shit these guys have.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
So looking around their bodies, you find just obviously dropped scimitars.
Yeah.
If you want one of them, they're very
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Don't
have one of those.
Cool.
Probably can't carry on to be honest.
You can have a look up and see if you can carry them. So I know how each of your character can or cannot carry them.
Do I want to cast a fifth?
And they've all got a longbow.
Is the,
And they also all have a small pouch carrying 5 gold each.
I'll take one of those.
I wish I'd speak with Dead.
I could always bring one back to life.
No, don't do Raise the Dead.
No,
No, I'm animated.
I don't have.
Does Animate Dead though bring them back
can't
to
use-
like consciousness where you can actually talk to them,
No.
or is it just turn them into a
Is
lifeless?
finesse and light
corpse?
considered simple, or is it?
If
So if
you
officially
hit
it's
With
simple.
any like what happened
Efficiency.
is lifeless corpse.
No.
So if you take
Yeah.
you can't use it.
Army of the undead.
Fun enough that I'll hold on to it. Maybe I can sell it somewhere.
No, I don't have anything to bring them back.
No, neither do
Can I spare the die?
What did you say? There was 5 gold. I'll take 5 gold.
I think we should hide the bodies.
In the
I'm
water.
gonna start getting my axe and start chopping.
I'm just gonna
limbs.
drag one over and just like drag it into the water.
And like,
Just push.
as I'm like collecting blood, they just move around looking for like a sad kid has his toy taken away from him. It's
Wait,
like,
what are you doing with the blood?
none of your business.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
it is my business
Feel it.
because you're dead.
Gonna fill their
I'm not
pockets full of
dead.
rocks
You're
and then
dead.
just like push
I'm
them into
not
the
dead.
water.
You're undead.
I'm not dead. The one in front of me, I'm
What are you
gonna
doing
cut
with
its
the
leg
blood?
off at the knee,
That's how I
and
do
then
my
cut it off at
spells.
the hip, and then cut the arms
Yes.
off at the elbow and the arm, and then start throwing it one by one into the
Because I
water.
don't use
Yeah.
my spells.
But then I want to keep
I need
one,
the blood to do the spell.
You
one
did which
thigh,
Yeah.
Yes, with my fingers.
chuck it into my bag.
That's a spell.
Okay, sure.
Yes, it's not blood spell. It's not blood
No.
magic.
What's your blood
Once
magic?
I've searched that
You'll
guy,
find out.
Weird.
When I need to
tunnel
do
comes
it.
down here.
You'll know.
And
Yes.
aim my eye on you, dead boy.
And you have to run.
I want to sort of start making my way.
Exactly. Blood magic is a
Check
very
this
old
direction.
art that you
How-
don't know. This plane of existence.
Now that
I
we're
don't know.
in out of that tunnel,
Yeah, no.
and you said there was a bit of light out this
You
way.
don't want to be
How
messing with the disciples of the
light
Bible.
is it?
I'll
move some stuff- move some
stuff out of the way and I'll.
Yeah, that's
Sure, that's fine.
So, given where you are, you can see basically
So,
a tunnel heading off in that direction,
yeah. I sort of-
and you guys know where you had the fight.
Yeah.
That's basically all you can see from your current location, and you can see there's a little bit of light coming from down the tunnel.
yeah. So
You
I'm
can
gonna,
assume it's light flickering like a fire.
being that my turret's only tiny, I'm gonna pick him up and put him on my other shoulder. So I've got thorn on one shoulder,
Pat
him on the
hate.
other shoulder.
You're like a predator with a gun. on
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And I'm just gonna start making my way down. this
Sounds
tunnel.
like
Down
shooting
tunnel.
off bolts and turrets facing like just taking people out behind him.
Sure.
It's like Iron
I'll
Man.
follow Tim.
Everything's a nat 20 as well.
Where you going?
I don't know this tunnel does.
Alright, let's go.
I'm gonna check out that. I'm gonna open that.
You're
I'm
coming.
gonna check that door. See if
Where are
it
we going?
opens.
Okay, you're gonna try check the door.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna try and
can't
quietly
hold
just
the
like
earpiece
really
together.
turn the handle really slowly and see if it's a
I've got
lock and then if
mobile
it's open.
lock
I'm
on
like
here.
over very slowly and peek in.
All right. So as you try
Oh,
and
southern
sort of twist the
Great
door,
Yeah.
it feels a little bit locked,
And
but
I
it has a
also
little bit
got
given.
infernal core
And as you
rolling.
twist it,
So it's like, I need this.
you need to give me a dex save.
Oh fuck.
It's all well and good until you lose concentration on it, and then it goes ape shit.
That's why I said, when I do it, we run. That's just like, your problem.
That is 14.
14.
But I'll use a luck point and roll in.
Fuck.
10.
Oh,
There you
man.
go. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
Cool. So
Oh, that lucked feat.
he only used that because I picked the dice.
I'm like, what is not gonna pass shit? Because the DC is at least 15. I'm
As
like,
soon as
"No,
I
I
picked the dice up, he's like, I used luck.
but I have to use it before I know the outcome, so that's why I use it straight away.
I've seen the dice as an outcome or something, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think the dice is an outcome.
Called pain.
Right. As that
I didn't
happens,
hear no numbers.
as you
in the
twist and you sort of manage to sort of move a little to the right, some needles fly out through the center sort of part of the door. They fly out past you as you go to open it. Yeah, that's it. And they stay.
Is
it
this
all
the
remains-
door up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's checking the door? The rest
Nobody touch this door.
Alright, well,
Good.
come with us down the
Alright, let's go.
We're
Checking
checking
I'll
out the
follow
tunnel.
you guys.
I follow him and I do a little skip one more than.
Okay. So as you guys
Jack.
walk further down that hallway, you sort of come to the edge of the
paper.
the door, the paper there, and you can slide up a little bit,
Can't see shit.
and you can see in there a campfire that casts warm light over this cabin, and there's heaps of dead grass and palm fronds that are scattered about, and the muddy floor is pitted with footprints.
This is probably where they sleep.
This feels like home.
So is that just in that immediate where the fire is?
So
Can we see the walls? Does it look like there's another exit to
you can see
Can we see
that there are people that have drawn on these walls
Yeah.
with sort of lines. It looks like they might be marking days or deaths or something that they're marking on the wall, and you see a couple of commoners that are sort of sitting in there. They're commoners, and they're humans. They're like native Choltons, and they have
Alright, boys.
they have sort of clasps around their wrists and their legs, and they're just basically prisoners, and they're sitting there around the fire.
Do they look alive?
They are alive, but there are 3 next to them that look visibly dead.
Guys, let me go talk to them. If they're
I'm pointing to the undead. No, sorry, I'm acting.
Oh, okay. I thought you were pointing at the DM screen.
I was like, what
No.
are you doing? Is there someone out there we should be seeing?
I'm pointing at the 3 undead because I'm like,
if they're
Very
native
dead.
Choltons, they probably speak Old Umu. So
That's you, man.
yeah, let's go. All right,
guys, I need them.
okay, settle down. Put your boner away. Dead
I
boy.
pull this phone, like, sorry.
So yeah, I approached them like cautiously, kind of like down and like, shh, like friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing here?
We have to sit here before the slave master returns.
When does he return?
He returns every couple of minutes. He won't be very far away.
Okay.
We've been
Does he-
tasked just to dig down here and just work away on everything they tell us to do.
Does he come out of the hallway we just came from, or the door over there?
He usually comes from the doorway.
Look, guys, there's possibly a guard captain coming. Maybe I'll wait around the corner to surprise him.
I'll make a distraction.
All right,
Just
just on. And I'm going to head over to that little room area that's around the corner.
Oh, the side one?
No, this one's back here.
This room at the
The
back.
big one at the back.
Yeah.
The other one at the back there.
Yeah, so
Are
Is there
there
anything in that area?
yeah.
Good question.
Are the undead tied together?
They're not. Oh, the undead are just sort of. They are.
You
They've
mean
still got.
dead?
They're dead. Yeah, they're currently still classed. They are not tied together. They're just lying there as bodies.
Or not?
How big are you? Can you carry out a
I'm
human?
normal human size, so 5'10".
Oh, I think like a tiefling.
Yeah, they're normal human size.
Are they? I thought they were smaller.
Yeah, we remember seeing this last time, and we're
Half
like,
things are smaller.
and it's just like this is the first time Jacob's on overcompensating his size and height.
The first time he's been a character that's under 6'4".
All right, give me
Yeah.
a strength check to lift them up anyway.
Yeah. No.
Bum, bum.
5.
So on
On
this occasion, you've tried to pick the more bulky human, and you haven't been able to lift him.
Fuck.
Just leave him.
I'd like to go into this corner of that main cabin.
Yeah.
Yep, there. And then I'm just going to go up against the wall and.
And you guys are heading into that other room, are you?
Yeah, sort of into.
Okay.
I'd like
Maybe
to
around
hide
here.
in that corner.
So I can't sort of see the fire directly,
Mm-hmm.
but I can obviously see the glow in that room.
As you head into that room, you notice there are more slaves, but they're slowly picking at the walls. It looks like they're trying to extend this cavern out. Like it looks like they.
Realizing that I'm not strong enough, I'm going to follow the group into the canyon area.
Mhm.
Now, look, tell.
Oh, sorry. So do these ones look chained up as well, or are they?
They're still chained to sort of the
Oh,
ground, and
yeah.
they've got picks, and they're just working away on the walls.
Tell your other friends we're here to help, but pretend like we're not here and just continue what they're doing.
Mhm.
And when the guard captain comes back, we'll hide
Mhm.
and we'll do a surprise on him.
Okay.
Does he come alone?
You're talking to that guy again, yeah.
Yeah.
He sometimes comes along, but he doesn't usually talk to us. He has someone that he sends to talk to us in front of him. He does not come alone, but he usually brings a native Cholton with him that talks to us.
Okay, that's
And
great.
he sometimes brings other guards if he suspects we're up to something.
Alright, I go to dive into the haystack over here
Okay.
and like hide.
In,
On the haystack.
You
in,
give me a
the,
stealth check.
in the cave, I kind of just go, I don't really have a place to hide.
Hmm.
I'm going to pretend to
Start picking away.
start picking away, just try and blend as much
Yeah.
as we can.
Cool. As you do that, you notice that some of the other ones that are around you are also not just native Choltons. There are some different races and genders and things around as well. So this is where basically they're starting to bring like all the slaves. Where
And
they
I just yell at Infernal, hey boys! In Infernal.
And some of them look around you and they're like, please, just do your work. Continue.
So I got an 18 on stealth.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So a few minutes go by and you hear a bit of commotion out in the fire area, and you hear sort of some sort of large sounding sort of footsteps sort of coming down, and you notice, just sort of having a quick look, you see some larger looking Yuan-Tis that are walking in, and you also see whoever you could assume to be the slave master, who comes walking in with a big whip, and he's the tallest looking one there, and he's looking very stately, like he really owns this place, he belongs here, and he's super effective in his role. And he sort of looks at the other slave masters around him, and he sort of gestures them to go and inspect the area. Along with that, he has a small little Chilton boy with him. This small Chilton boy, he's not restrained, but he's looking directly up at the slave master, and the slave master just gestures him and sort of looks down at him but gestures him. It looks like he tells this little Chilton boy what he expects to do. He doesn't respect the meat that's under his control. He lets the sort of little boy go and do everything. And as soon as he sort of makes his gestures, the small boy starts sort of running around to each of the different people that are working away and sort of mentioning, hey, the slave master, I'm not really sure what he wants. I always have to make it up because I don't really understand what he's saying, but I think he's telling us that the day's work is over and we need to return back to our cells. And sort of as he does that, he sort of mentions that, and he sort of hops around to each of the different little groups of people that are mining and working away, and he sees you guys on the way past, and he just decides to ignore that and continue on, because obviously he doesn't want to draw any attention to anyone new. Then he goes and makes as many people as possible listen to him, and they all seem to drop their tools, sort of get back into a straight line and start walking and sort of following the slave master back into the room behind him.
What you like?
He ignored me. I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
No one's seen me.
As he sort of turns back around, you notice him get his key out, and he unlocks that door behind him that he came through before, just to walk back out, and he starts to sort of let everyone through, and he sort of waves them all through.
And as they go through, I'm going to turn myself into a UNT using my shadow.
Yep.
That I grab, turn the one into the one that's dead, and
Yep.
I'm going to follow in that line at the very
Sure.
end.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
So as you sort of follow along,
Summon it.
you remain undetected, and you manage to sort of get back. You get through that doorway as well, and as soon as you make it through, being the last one that seems to be working away, the slave driver comes behind you, slams the door, and you guys would see him slamming the door, and you notice him lock it behind you as he sort of walks onwards with the rest of the slaves.
Fuck.
Yep. I let them walk first. I walk, but I walk really slowly, dragging my feet and just pretend to bend over, tie my shoelace, and
Every time that you do that, he just gets his whip and he just slaps you across the legs.
okay. So I stand up and I follow, and I just kind of try and stay behind as much as possible.
You take 8 slashing damage from the whip as well on that first one as
Salmon Fish becomes a slave driver. You want to
It's too bad you don't have like shoes. You could pretend to tie your shoes for like I'll catch up.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna dawdle behind so I can stay.
Did you not part of the get whipped when dawdling? Did you not get?
Well, I got whipped when I stopped, so
Okay.
so I'm gonna be slow, but I'm gonna try and wait for him to walk and try and wait for him to go, and then when he's not paying attention,
Can I
just,
reveal more of this map?
hide around a
soon.
corner or something like that for whatever I can see.
As you sort of walk through that initial room that you're in, that one that's inside behind the door, you realise that you're in kind of a storeroom.
Yeah.
And that storeroom that you're in, there's just lots of stacks of sort of sturdy wooden crates and different bundles of cloths and just clay and stuff littered all over the floor. Like they've recently dug this and they're digging more things out the back. This is one of their more recently added rooms. The supplies all over the ground. And there's different parts of other slaves, sort of arms and legs and things that you see littered around the room as looks like they may have been feeding something here.
All right. When it goes to the corridor, I'm
Uh-huh.
able to try and hide around the corner so the guy doesn't see me and stay in that room.
You can try. Give me a paper so I can cut some motion. So as you come through that they sort of keep heading up this corridor.
Yep.
Something like that. Don't want to knock the cameras over. They keep heading in that direction, or you're going to try and stay behind and hide in this little corner.
that room. Yep.
All right. You're gonna have to give me a stealth check here with disadvantage because they are watching you. So it's gonna have to be a very decent shot at this.
Nat
Stealth?
20
Yeah.
on both.
Oh, disadvantage.
I got
so
faith
yeah.
in you, Sam. I don't have faith in you.
Wow. I'm gonna use skill point. My luck. 13.
Is it 2 1s?
It was a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Both sides of the scale, man.
You got a 13.
Oh wow.
So
Sorry, Sam.
so you managed to
I
like
kissed him.
you managed to sort of just evade the eyes and slide to the left, and you managed to bob down behind one of those wooden crates
Yep.
as the
Like
rest
I
of
was
the
such
party
one, I never see
continues on in front of you.
Yeah.
And you managed to have line of sight just in time before they were.
Alright, so I'm gonna stand there and wait until they've completely cleared that hallway, that I don't even hear footsteps anymore.
Yep. So
And
that's
then-
very well because you can hear them sort of marching around, and it sounds like they're going to a ritual out there. Like
Yeah.
you can, if you look down the hallway, you can
Yeah.
actually see people coming from various directions and going both ways and walking down.
Is it dark in here?
No, it's actually kind of lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the
It's,
door.
it's lit by a lantern in the corner. So
Okay.
there's a lantern.
That blue
one is a little lantern.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go back over to the door and I'm gonna see if I can unlock it from this side.
So as you get over to the door and you try to unlock it, it becomes abundantly clear that it is
Key locked.
key locked, and it's going to require a little bit more than that.
Is it a wooden door?
Is it a wooden door? It's not a wooden door. It's a stone door with a proper key lock in it.
Bang on the door, I'm like, guys, it's me. Door's locked from the inside.
It's locked from both sides, you idiot.
Yeah, it's locked with a key. Anyone know how to
Is
pick
there-
a lock?
Is there space underneath the door to look inside?
Along the bottom of the door, there isn't space per se, but along the bottom you can see there's like 4 little holes under the door
You
that are about this wide, and they're
can see in the room, no?
yes, just yep.
Missy step inside.
So you managed to get inside, and
Yep.
as you do that and look back behind those little holes, you can notice that there are some little slither marks on the ground. Like that seems to be where the snakes go under when they don't need to open the door. So that's how they seem to traverse all these doors.
I didn't see him turn into UNT. So. And I,
Are you well,
I
Where were
was.
you?
Well, it doesn't matter what he turned. Like he said, he was
I was
turning
gonna
into
look at
UNT. He was actually
He was
turned into one of the
turning
slaves, right?
No,
Yeah,
turn into a
oh,
UNT.
no,
so one of the
you-
guys before.
Because I was
Oh, yeah,
pretending
right.
to be a slave. Like
So as they all lined
Yeah,
up,
I
I
was
turned
really-
into
Yeah,
a
so you turned into one of
UNT.
them. Yeah.
I turned into the one that killed where I stole the shadow.
Cool.
Would
That's
I
right,
would
yeah.
I think it's him or think he's a UNT?
Well, you heard him talking on the other side of the door.
You'd hear him talking on the other side of the door, but
But I'd say
going
I'm
in there, you
UNT.
wouldn't have seen him visibly yet.
And I just turned like really quietly, like,
It's me.
who's it?
It's me. Animal.
How?
Magic.
Interesting.
We need to open this door. Do you
I
know
knock on the
else?
door. How do we get in?
Oh, I don't know.
How do we get in?
I think we have to get the
I
key.
don't know. It needs to be opened with a key. Or magic.
Got nothing.
Or you want to know how to pick a lock?
Nope.
Anyone know?
I
how
might
to
know.
I do have my turret. I could try and
Try
blast it
and
open,
kick
but
the
that's
door
pretty
open. It's a
noisy.
stone door, isn't it?
It is a stone
Uh,
If
door.
it was wood, I could run through it. But stone-
Anyone know how to open a stone door?
Didn't. Who was that guy that used to knock on the doors? Oh. Actually, I legit thought that was you.
Yeah, well, it was Fergus.
It's not Fergus. I thought it was Animal. Okay.
No. Looking at the door, is there any? Can I see? Is a hinge on this side? I'm assuming if it opens inward, there's a hinge on this side.
There is a hinge on that side, yeah.
What is the makeup of this hinge? Does it have a pin?
That's what I'm trying to work out. I'm just trying to see any tools I've got. Is it like a pin hinge or is it?
It is a pin hinge, but it's got a pin that's then got a twist bolt on the bottom of it, so it is pretty fastened.
In other words, it's not like a toilet door that you just lift up.
Yeah, it's not like a safety door.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the hinge is stone as well. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna look around this room for any heavy blunt objects.
I'm going to assist him in looking for these things.
Okay.
Help me find something heavy and blunt.
Yes.
Okay.
Mod 20 on investigation.
So
18.
looking around the room, you notice that there's just all these boxes don't really have a lot of heavy objects in them. Besides, there's some crates that have bronze bars in them that you might be able to use.
Bronze is pretty
Animal.
heavy.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Are there any chains around here?
There are some chains.
Okay. I got an idea.
What?
So we need the key from the slave master, right?
Yes.
If you take me there thinking that I'm a slave, we can get close and I can fuck him up.
There's a lot in there. I don't think that's going to work very well. I don't think the two of us.
I wish I was there to tell you it's a terrible idea.
That is a terrible.
It's a great idea.
Hey, look, we'll get a slab out of it.
No, that's
Wrong
in
campaign.
Chris's campaign.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, you fucking.
I'm gonna get one of those bronze bars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold it and I'm just gonna try and smash the hinge as hard as I can
Oh,
and try and crack the stone.
So, as you sort of smash away on it, you manage to sort of start to make a little bit of progress, but you're pretty loud. Like you're ding ding ding. Like it's not like it's going to be quiet.
Yeah. Crap.
But yeah, as
I
you
go to the door. Have you got any wood?
No. How big are these holes? About like an inch?
yeah, about an inch.
How big are those bars and bronze?
This big.
Oh, like a forge. Like
A forge bar, yeah.
No, there's no
Excuse
wood.
me.
There are no boxes or crates or anything like that you can shove up against the wall, the door.
For what?
Trust me.
Alright, I'm gonna go and break some wood off some of the crates.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Just like hold it against the door or what?
Yeah, but then you might want to move.
Alright, and so
You'll know when.
I'm gonna put up, like lean the planks up against the door and I'm gonna take a step back.
I go
Right,
over
go.
fire,
Yeah.
pull out a thing of fire, and shove it under the door,
Okay.
and set them on fire.
But it's a stone door.
Yeah, but hinges are metal.
No, the stone.
Stone.
You said that was stone.
I thought they were metal, so I'm setting them on fire.
Okay.
Man,
So
how
as
are
that
those boxes gonna have to burn like jet fuel?
9/11.
as that sort of starts to catch fire and starts to burn, you two
Birds still alive.
You two notice that you hear a noise behind some boxes that are close to you that starts to cough as well. As you, just,
I'll run over and grab whatever's there.
as you get behind the boxes and remove it, you find exactly who's been feasting on these different little slave parts that have been going through the place.
Just
you see a giant constrictor snake.
Oh, sorry.
And you just grabbed it.
So animals run towards it.
I got it!
You just
It's
see
like
me.
I got it, it's like the head is like, oh.
You just see me in the
fuck.
background run with a pile of blood, like aggressively, like Captain Sparrow and fucking thinking stuck to the jar of blood.
And he seems to be able to speak common.
Hello!
Very quiet.
What brings you here into my storeroom?
I mean, I am a slave.
I'm trying to get through that door, but I've lost my key.
You've lost your key.
Yes.
Where is your key gone, and why are you strangling me about it?
Well, I lost my key. I'm trying to get through the door. Don't know where my key is because I lost it. And I grabbed you because I heard coughing. I didn't know what it was. Knee-jerk reaction.
Remember, Sam,
And I let him go.
you would technically know everything about this guy because of the memory of the shadow.
Yeah, I know.
Who's this with you?
This is a
I see
slave
that you
that I've
belong here,
captured.
but who's this?
It's a slave I've captured.
I'm just on with the jar of blood. Like,
He's a slave you've captured.
Yes,
Why is
he's got the jar of blood because we're going to the ritual.
Why is he not in chains? And
Because he needs his hands free to carry this jar of blood for the ritual.
Bar of John.
and then as I do that, as he says that, I move my one hand away to the jar and I pull out a bone. And I'm just
Right.
going to stand there, a bone.
so while you're doing that, behind you, the door is now catching legitimately on fire, and the room itself is starting to fill with smoke, and,
Is it
and some of the other
seeping
boxes
out?
are starting to.
Is there smoke seeping?
There is smoke seeping out through the four
This
holes
is
under the
this is
door.
the everything is fine meme.
It's working. It's working.
You're gonna kill them.
No. Trust me.
Let's start it now.
The door will just burn up.
It doesn't seem like we're going to get any help with this, so if you don't mind following me, or I'm going to be heading out of the room.
Through the door or down the hallway?
Down the hallway, they're not going through that fire.
Since I've still got my turret out because he's up for an hour, I'm gonna get him to shoot at the door.
Okay.
Being that he's my forcible this turn.
Alright.
18.
That hits.
It's a stationary door, isn't it?
Stationary door. Oh man, doors. have been-
DC's like 5.
The turret's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
You managed to get a little chip out of the door. That's about
See,
as far as
it's
you
weakening. Trust me, I've done so many doors
do you have a
before.
hammer or something?
Lead the way.
Okay.
I
And
don't.
as he starts sort of slithering out of the
I
room,
don't.
you notice
Ooh,
he's
let me have a
actually
look at
wearing
my
a little.
bag.
He's actually wearing a little outfit on his snake body as well. He's almost like a butler in this place.
I like your style.
Good.
He's like one of the snakes.
He's just gonna keep shooting
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this door.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how thick it is. I'm just like, I gotta get these guys out of here. I'm
These
just
guys
going
from
into
Knights Series as
savior
well?
mode.
Cool. As you're on your way out, and you notice some more stuff sort of in the crates on your way out.
And I'm just following Slade closely, yeah.
You see like 50 bolts of cloth. You see more bronze bars, barrels of salt and spices. You see 3 chests containing rope, some oil, lanterns,
The oil.
paper, blankets, and probably enough supplies to create some explorers packs too. But as it all catches fire,
I knock over the oil on my way past. I just
You spread it out.
subtly tip over some jars of oil.
okay. Well, as you do that, that starts to sort of spread across the room, and behind you, you notice that the whole room just starts to burn.
Yep.
Just gets incredibly on fire.
And
Fuck these
if
guys.
there's any fire near me, I kind of softly embrace it because I am resistant to fire. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
And-
I don't know how thick the door is, but yeah, he's just gonna keep shooting at it.
Yeah.
It's like a kink.
On the way up here, there's not really any more fuel for the fire to burn, so it kind of stays sort of contained in that room.
Yeah.
And you make it a little bit further up, and you get to a sort of an intersection, which is some sort of it's kind of like a T in the hallway.
Some sort of fork in the road.
Some sort of
No,
giant T.
The giant constrictor snake that you have starts to sort of head off to the left, where he's just like, if you want to keep following me, please do. But other than that, make sure you get the slave back to where he should be.
I've got all the memories from that U1T. I'd know where he's going, what leads that way. Yeah.
Yep. You probably, do you get all the memories?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well then, yeah, you'll know what the way he's going is towards the area where some of the slaves can go, and you can go the other way, but that's normally where they take sacrifices.
Oh, goody.
No.
Being that you're talking about a ritual.
Don't tell me because I will
And
fuck
you,
up.
having that guy's memories, you'd actually know the name of that snake as well,
Yo, Frank.
because he's a pretty important snake. In the
Would I
place.
know that the slave master has gone to the right to the ritual area? Or gone left?
You wouldn't have known which way the slave master went, no. Because you would have seen him get to the end and sort of just start talking and walking, and you guys were busy in the
Setting shit on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attend Demi. What does your blood magic do?
It creates a lot of pain for everyone.
Alright, I go right.
You go right.
Yep.
Okay. So as you head to the right,
You walk along, and we're gonna need some more paper. Yeah, I'm gonna fold it up. One moment.
Oh my god,
There's a green room.
Oh no. So you, looking a little bit further down, you walk down a little bit, and you come to an intersection, per se.
Another
Left turn. Left turn.
You've got in front of you have a large door. On your left hand side you have a corridor that looks like it leads down to a well lit room. On your right hand side you've got another corridor that seems to lead down to a well lit room as well.
I go right.
Right, so this way?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Down. Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm
So-
just following very closely.
So as you head down into that room,
Yeah, you can see the whole room good.
as you head down into that room, You notice that the air in here is like even more moist and sticky than it was outside. Now there's natural light in here that's sort of spilling through cracks in the ceiling.
Yeah.
4x.
And there's just mud coating the floor. There's stone workbenches in there that seem to be laden with clay bottles of various shapes and sizes. Toadstools and snake root and belladonna plants grow among the clutter, fed with water seeping from above. Standing near the plants is a hairless man with scaly skin and a bronze syringe. Lurking in the shadows around him are 5 slouching humans that reek of decay.
Gross.
It seems like he's using this room to sort of do tests and on these humans and to extract venom and things like that.
There's a lot of like. I'm very excited for this room.
Would I know this Yuan T?
You would know this Yuan T. He goes by the name of Zopol.
Zopol,
Yes.
do you happen to have the key for the door? I need to take the slave up to the surface.
Which door?
This door there, I can see, obviously see that door.
Oh, the one from near the storeroom.
No, I'm
The door in
just
front of
being-
us.
Oh, this door in front of you.
Yeah, do you have a key for this door? I need to take this. I've lost my key again, but I really need to take this slave up to the surface.
This door I've never opened. This has been I've been told that there is a way to open it, but it's not for me to know.
Do you have a key for the other door in the storeroom?
No, that's only carried by the slave master.
Bugger.
You can indeed open this one. I've seen it done once before, but there was quite a bit of punishment involved before it happened.
How do you open it?
They have to first find the trap that's all over it, and then deactivate it, and then manage to pick it without being destroyed by the door in the process.
I can't pick a lock to save myself.
I mean, you can always try.
Uncorking my
Sure.
bottle.
I don't have any lucky tools. Do you know any other way to get out to the caverns out the back?
Well, I mean, you can go you can go all the way around on the outside, and you can go back down through the river, and as you did before, that river definitely can lead back down there. But
Yeah, no, I need to get out quickly. I don't have time to go all the way around.
Excuse me, do you smell smoke?
No,
Barbecue.
don't smell any smoke. Think you've been hanging around these plants a bit too long.
Just a faint smell. That's not in here. It smells like it's coming from outside.
Must be Friday lunch.
Having a stroke.
Yeah.
Would my turret have made any more progress?
You probably would have got another sort of bit of a chunk out of the door.
How long's it been?
Probably a couple of
That
minutes.
chunk's gonna take a long time.
Oh, he's
Let's
up
say you're probably about halfway through
He's-
making a hole in the door.
He's up for an hour. So.
Yeah. Let's say about halfway through making a hole in the door there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then just smoke just comes out.
Where's smoke coming out the bottom?
The inferno.
The rotting bodies that you see around the outside, they seem to be acting as labourers, and they seem to be sort of like working away on doing little experiments and things like that. And it's just it seems to be more of a kind of like a morbid situation.
I'll leave it to your work. I'll see if I can go find my key or the slave master.
Okay.
And I go back out the corridor, and I don't go left back towards where the big snake went.
Okay. And as he leaves, the boss says, "Okay, I hope I see you again soon. It's kind of a little bit out here." He squeezes his little syringe and continues on with his work.
I think we're all out of fucking luck here.
Maybe. Well, let's
So you
see
went
what we
back
can
out
do.
there and went left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
back and
heading
then
back towards the intersection.
Yeah, and as we go back out, I'm gonna look down the hallway to look at the storeroom completely on fire. See if the door's still standing.
The door you can see there's a crack that's starting to form on the other side of the door,
Yeah.
but it's still standing. Yeah.
Alright.
So you're heading further down now. Down the
Actually, I
hallway.
want to stop at that doorway. Actually, no, I'll keep on down the
Okay.
hall.
Okay, so
So we're going to the sacrifice pit.
No, I'm going this way.
Yeah, the sacrifice pit.
Was it?
Mine
No,
was
wasn't that
Sacrifice
sacrifice pit?
stuff was that way.
No,
Yes,
sacrifice pit's
that's a
to the left.
slave.
No, that's
That's a
where.
slave
I'm
area.
pretty sure it was
It's
the
there.
sacrifice pit.
Yeah, you can check.
Turn
No,
over that
that's alright.
side.
That's enough.
And he said the snake went left, and he said right was where the sacrificial stuff.
He said right was where the slaves go, left was the sacrificial
No,
bit.
I'm pretty sure he said straight was where the slave go, but if you went behind, that was the sacrificial blade.
Because we were there, he said that left was
We'll find out when he walks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
find
no
out
matter
when
which
he's
way you
going,
go,
we're
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 fucked.
fucked, yeah. You guys are fine. You guys are just chilling behind the door.
Yeah, we're just shooting.
Well, I'm just standing there with Torrance just
So as-
firing at this door repeatedly.
As you walk further down this hallway, you get to the end of it, and you you look around the room that's at the end of there now. At the end of that room, you notice there's this really weird pillared hall that's got pillars down the middle, and it sort of bears all these different depictions around the outside of different parts of Yuan-Ti sort of lore and culture. You see it sort of depicted down the side, and you notice that down the side of the walls, it seems like they've drawn parts of this temple that are kind of undescribable, but you can tell it's in this sort of area. You can see down the side. You can see a giant serpent that coils in the underworld, devouring the dreams of sort of sleeping creatures, and these creatures look like they're native Choltons that it's taking dreams from. You see that Yuan-Ti sort of terrorizing these same Choltons and feeding their nightmares to the great serpent in this same sort of set of
That's
hieroglyphs.
even dark for me.
You see a Yuan-Ti Malison, similar to the ones that you saw earlier, but instead with the snake tail and things, like almost fully transformed. Seems to be wielding a flaming sword and wearing a gold crown a gold crown sat on his head with a black opal that's sitting on his head that's leading the snake people to a great door to the underworld. The door to the underworld in the next sort of frame of that picture seems to be open and releasing a serpent. And the serpent seems to be devouring the sun and plunging the world into terror and darkness.
I look at it and I go, do you know what that fucking means?
Nah, but I think these guys are pretty fucked.
This is like a sacrificial.
Is there anything else in this hallway? It's just the pillars and all the paintings.
Oh, you can see it a little bit
Animal,
more.
does this give you like sacrificial vibes here? Like pillars, bodies and shit?
Not yet.
So, looking into this, it's pretty well lit. There's a lot of lanterns down the side of it.
Yeah.
You see that all down the sides and all that, the decorating. You can have a look around, but you also see a doorway on the side. That doorway is pretty visible, but it remains locked. It doesn't seem like there's a keyhole on it.
If I go up to it, is it actually locked?
Yeah, there's no sort of really easy way to seems like it opens. It looks like it's probably magically locked. There is, however, like a sort of a little hatch at the top of it that seems like it could potentially be sort of slid to the left and right. It's like a little hatch door. As you sort of knock on the door,
And I stand behind him.
there's a moment that goes by, and sort of a head comes to that little doorway and sort of looks out towards you. Just
I'm behind him.
Would I know this?
you would have heard
Yeah.
of them. You wouldn't have been here before because you were just being handed stuff by your generals. But this is so your generals would have mentioned this is the doorway to the armory. To
Yeah.
you. And there's always a person in there guarding the armory that works in the armory, and it's a bone naga, and her name is Ukalamu. And you'd know her name,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have spoken to her before.
Yeah. I lean up against it. Ukalamu, buddy, pal. Lost my key again. Need to get to the tunnels. You got a key? Please. Thanks.
They will find their key somewhere else. So, Ukalamu has spoken.
Good chat. Gotta go now.
This is the way.
Thanks for your
I
help.
have spoken.
Ukalamu has spoken.
That's nice. Great chatting with you.
They will find what they're looking for.
Yeah, where
She's
will
a
I find
magic
what I'm
eight
looking for?
Yeah. Try again later.
They will find what they're looking for on the slave master's hip.
No.
For fuck's sake.
Ukalamu has spoken.
Fucking bitch.
Just shoot through
And I
the
will
slit.
help. How long has it been since we've been in this area? Because my thing only lasts for an hour. My transformation.
We'll say that you've been in here for about 10-15 minutes now.
Okay,
You've just been
so
sort of
I got
wandering. Yep.
Alright.
How's the door?
The door now has chipped through enough that you can now see about this much through,
Oh, yippee!
and you can look. You can see that there's plenty of flame still in that.
Yeah.
Smoke is coming billowing out of it.
Well,
Alright.
like,
As I walk away from the door and turn to the demon, go. I think we're going to be all out of options. I think we might have to go back.
do you want to see where the
Back to
do you want to see where the boat's
Or
going?
we can get back to the other guys, but maybe we need to catch the water like that other guy said. We need to get on the boats and go around.
Yeah, but the boats are on our side of the river on the last time, so maybe we'll have to try and tell the guys to take the boats
Well,
over.
we can get to the other side. That's not a problem. We can get back. I was just trying to get them here.
Yeah, sounds good.
How can you get back?
A dimension door.
Yes. Good one.
Yeah, boy. Always save my good spells.
Just use it plenty of times. You finally get them all in.
Yeah, I know, but I've only got like one spell slot left, so.
Yeah, I'm running pretty low too.
Okay, I've got plenty, but I don't have dimension door.
Okay, so what are you trying to do here? Well, let's go. Well, you guys decide. Let's see what everyone else is doing.
Guys, we're not making any progress with the door.
You've made a hole in it.
dogs?
I wouldn't say we're not making any progress.
We're making very little
We're
progress.
making slow progress.
Let's get those boats and row across.
Let's see where it goes.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
That's sick.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let them hop into the boat and I'll follow behind them and I'll paddle forward.
So you're
Are
gonna
there-
jump into
Are
the.
there oars in the boat?
There are some oars in the boat. Yep.
Okay.
So you're jumping in the boat, are you?
You guys hop in the boat, I'll help you paddle.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll grab the edge of it and start kicking.
As you guys get into the boat, you sort of have a look a little bit further. You can see a little bit more now of the sort of underground sort of river that opens before you. You can see stalactites that are hanging low over the surface and dripping water as it sort of echoes in the dark. The river's a little bit. It's an interesting river. It's a little bit complex. There's different little bits of stone jutting out of places, and it's not like this was man-made. This seems like it might have been underground for quite some time. This underground waterway.
I'm gonna put my turret
Yeah.
away. Go back in. Go to my bag.
So where do we row to?
Let's just see where it goes. We can't get through those doors.
So-
Can't go the other way, so.
So are you jumping in the boat? You've been in the boats, right?
Yeah, we're in the
gonna
boat.
take the boat,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so these boats are pretty much standard rowboats, but they've got a little thing on the end of them that sort of hangs off the end, and it's got a little cowbell on the end of each boat.
Oh, it's like the boat to Hades.
Do you want to maybe
Hey, the
take
ferryman.
the cowbell off? We don't really want to alert them.
That's probably a good idea.
Is
I
it
do.
easy enough?
I don't take the cover off, but I muffle it with my hand so it doesn't ring. But just in case we do need to ring it for something,
Mhm.
I'm just in case you do something.
Why don't you just put it in your bag and then pull it out and ring it if we need to?
All right, I'll do that. I just kind
I
of.
just don't want to like go like something and
Too much
crap. They know where we are, and all of a sudden we're dead.
That's fair, that's fair.
Okay, so as you head further up the river, you make pretty decent time, and you come up to a point in the river where you can
Oh, look
see
at that, boys.
a.
I assume
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
up to
yeah. Yeah, you make a point. You get to a point in the river where you can see some land to your right that seems like it goes off into a sort of its own tunnel, and the river also continues down.
Do you want to check the tunnel?
Yeah, quick look.
Yeah. All right. We'll hitch up here and jump out and have a quick look in that tunnel.
Okay.
Is there someone to secure the boat to, or could we just pull it onto the land? So
It
doesn't float
actually
off?
looks like there's already some little like log stick things that they've already extended there that you can probably tie
Fashion a rope to it real quick.
Okay.
And then head down the
And
tunnel.
then jump off and.
So as
Drax,
you
go first.
Okay.
You're big and bulky.
As you sort of get off the boat, and
Falls in the water.
walk down a little bit,
I'll go in the middle of them.
you notice that the passage in front of you seems to start sort of open and widen into a cavern that seems to be filled with different types of fungi. You've got toadstools and puffballs and other tuberous growths that
Don't touch
cover the
anything.
walls and floor. Against the far wall,
Oh.
you see a malformed skeleton that lies buried under a patch of buttery mould.
Don't
And a
touch
brass key hangs around its neck.
Oh, fuck.
I wonder if this is a trap.
It's always a damn trap.
Hey guys, I see a key.
Um,
Should we grab it?
We
I'll
need that
see
key.
if I can get Minithorn to grab it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll give guidance to mini
Little
Thor.
buddy, you wanna?
And I'll give him a little tap on the back as well.
So who's,
He goes
who's
flying.
how are you walking in?
So
Okay,
I was walking
He was
first,
in
he
front, I was
was behind
behind
me,
Yep.
and then Paxi's at the back.
Only mini thorns just sitting on my shoulder.
all right.
Not touching any funguses.
Yeah, fungi.
Fun guys.
Whoever's leading as you
But we are
first
fun guys.
first walk in, it seems like this has been undisturbed for a while, but it might have been where they were collecting
Yeah.
mold and things before.
Mm-hmm.
But
They're
as
seeing
you
their
walk
basic
in, you
trap
sort of
in front of them.
your foot under your footsteps. You feel a little bit of a shake, and you notice that the room above you, a bit of the green slime sort of drips down and just sort of hits you on the shoulder.
Nah, I'd dodge it.
That's cool.
It's whoever's working in.
That's called a fucking.
It's just whoever, it's whoever hits first. Whoever walks in first, and then it splashes on your shoulder, and you instantly recognise it as the same type of material that melted your shield the last time that you came into contact with it.
I quickly brush it off and I turn around and go, "Fuck this!" And I walk back to the entrance. Get Mini Thorn to do this. I'm not losing my shield again.
What is it?
Don't let that green shit touch you.
Oh well, I don't want to get too close to
It
it.
melts your armor.
Oh,
I keep
Yeah,
like
it's not
looking. I put light on my staff to hold it up so I can dodge any dripping
Yeah.
slime.
I walk back to the entrance and sit down.
Alright.
In like a defensive, just like, no.
It's like a shit. It's like a pissed off child.
yeah. So I want to sort of stop before the fungus and then sort of send Mini Thorn to see if he can
Guidance.
pick up the key
Okay.
from the skeleton, if possible.
Okay. So yeah, as you sort of send Mini Thorn out, you sort of flies over and gets up towards the skeleton, and given that it's sort of set back into the wall and sort of covered in mold and pretty rigid, the key's pretty solidly stuck to him, and will need a bit more force than he can
Yeah.
probably exert.
I.e., a heathen peasant.
How far away is the key from where we're standing?
Who wants to be the one that sacrifices?
Definitely not.
Multicolored fungus.
Yeah. Just whip.
No, fuck that.
I'm gonna take
I'm not
your
losing
whips.
that either. Good luck.
Damn it.
Good luck.
Where's friends?
What if we on the fun guy?
What's that?
Cast friends on the fun guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are your thoughts?
So Thorn can if he can't pick it up, send him back. I can try and burn them.
You can always do that, but you just gotta make sure there's much room.
Take
Alright.
Fuck yourself.
I step back a bit.
Yeah,
and
with my back as well.
with my bundle of rope, I just start throwing the rope out and then kind of like pulling it back, trying to hit as many kind of fungus and fungi as possible, and like set any of them off without getting me.
Stop hitting all the fun guys. That's the way to run the party.
Exactly.
So as you do, you sort of flick and you hit a few of the funguses that sort of come dislodged and sort of as you sort of pull back, some of them are sort of stuck to your rope, and you just sort of
I don't touch them. If they get close to the rope, I'll just kind of like try and flick them off.
I will try and avoid him flicking them off.
as you
Or
flick
like
them off.
tap them off with my staff. Actually, that's
Yeah, as you flick them off, why don't you give me a nature check to see sort of how the flicking's going off for flicking
You know,
them
as you
off.
flick, they release spores and you'll get poisoned.
Get a 5?
Yep.
So as you sort of flick them, who's closest to you right now? It's
Me.
Tim. No, you're not even there. You're not there. So if they flick on the Tim, and you get a bit of yellow mold on you.
I was trying to avoid that.
You can give me a con save.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, boy! Nat 20! So 27.
Cancel.
Yeah.
And sort of as you sort of see that mold, you flick it off pretty quickly, but you feel like it felt very poisonous when it was on your skin, but you managed to get it off pretty well, and you're not infected.
How far would you say I'm sort of from the initial line of fungus? Or is it sort of
have we
lining
cleared
the
a
whole-
path?
I'd say that I'm thinking right now that you guys are kind of like standing here
Yeah,
in the
that's what
doorway.
I'm sort of thinking
Yeah?
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Have we cleared a path?
You've cleared a fairly decent path. Yeah.
Joe, just go in there. Send it.
Look, I can cast resistance on you.
I'm gonna
Don't be a bitch.
cast Firebolt and try and
Don't be shit.
Shoot
Just
it
do
off.
it. Just go in there.
Lodge a few more.
Do it.
well,
Animal-
okay,
do it
assume
animal
he's
would do
cleared a
it.
little bit, but I assume maybe the stalks are still sort of on the ground. So I want to try and make the path slightly wider to the skeleton.
Do what animal would do and just go straight in there.
Okay. So you want to try and just walk straight in there? Is that what you
No, I'm going to fireball.
Fireball. Okay, yeah, sure. All right.
Fireball. The entire room.
Cool. So you managed to sort of clear that out, and yeah, you've managed to make a decent looking burnt pathway.
Alright. We rock off for this, or do you want to go?
Have you got the key yet?
Shut up!
No.
As you say that, you hear that
Turn this
echoing,
car around.
you hear that
No
echoing like
Disneyland.
down the river. You just hear the
I'll go.
echo of your own voice.
You have the healing. So
As he
I'll
goes, I cast resistance on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll try and walk along the charred path that I've just created.
Yep.
So you get to add a D4 to a saving throw.
This is
Tentatively.
So as you get to sort of right up next to the skeleton, you actually see a little plaque in front of him that looks like it's been written to
Don't come here.
to give thanks to this person, and you see this here lies Kukuga, and
What was his name?
Kukuga,
CEO,
And-
CEO.
you,
I'm just gonna rock it like that.
Yeah.
Kukuga.
which it also sort of details a little bit of his life, saying he was Yuan-Ti and he used to secretly worship Zugtamoy, the demon queen of fungi. And then you can sort of start to see that he was put there as a sort of a sacrifice to his demonic mistress, and sort of instead of sort of becoming one with her, he sort of fell to a horrific death while he was studying all of these funguses.
Is there much on him or near where the
There's a
key
fair
is?
bit. There's a fair bit on him, but with fairly decent nature check, he'll probably be able to give it a crack.
What do I get to add to it?
Nothing.
Oh, the resistance is for
Save
no,
it.
it's all right.
That's
That's
cocked.
That's cocked.
That's cocked.
No, that's fine. 19.
Just cocked into your
So looking at the body, you've identified a pretty safe area where you think you'll be able to grab it from without sort of taking it, and you'll need to give me a sleight of hand check with advantage to try and take it off him.
It notices him and holds it back.
17.
And as you do that, you manage to sort of pull it off really slowly, and you've got this key in front of you that there is some fungus still on it. You probably want to wash it off or blow it off. Yeah.
Just wait till I get to the water and then
Yeah.
I'll.
Cool.
Got the key.
Awesome, let's go.
Turn around and
Jurassic, we got that key.
No, I'm just in the water, just
carefully
Mhm.
walk out, trying not to disturb any of the fungus.
Okay, so you managed to get it pretty well, and you get back to your boats.
And then
What are your thoughts?
wash it.
Oh, you found the key.
Yeah, I got the key.
Let's go back.
I'm gonna hold it.
Get to the others.
You guys hop in the boat.
We're gonna see if the
Alright.
serpent's one of the doors, maybe.
Which way? I'll start
Back the
kicking.
way we came.
Mhm.
Hey,
I
that
kick
might
it
be
back
also a
towards
good
the
place
thing.
to rest up.
As long as we're not in with the fungus.
Yeah, but like
That
before the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Like the fungus
No,
was like here and stuff. So before
I
that,
completely agree with you. That's a great idea.
So you guys head back down towards the
Where we came
beachy area where you came
Where
from,
we came.
yeah.
and you get out of your boats.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts?
Which door you reckon? The
well,
stone
whenever
door
you
that's on
use-
fire, or
That
the?
definitely had a key. I'm gonna go
Dark
to the
door.
front door. Does it look like it has a spot for a key?
Does have keyhole.
Now he said that don't go near it; it's trapped.
Yes, it did say that.
So
He also didn't have a key.
I
Yeah.
don't think he had a key.
all right, let's try.
Can
and
I see if the key fits into the keyhole?
You can see if it fits.
Male or female? Does it happen?
It does.
Oh, it does.
But
Does it turn?
I'm gonna step away from it. So if a trap does activate,
As you turn it,
I cast resistance on him.
as you turn it, you hear a click, and the door slides open. And in there
who are
you,
just cutting something
in
out.
there you are met with
Hold that key.
facing in the opposite direction from you, a guy in a lab coat that seems to be trying to operate on things with 5 sort of native Chilton sort of zombies that are hanging around trying to do some work. You look like you've walked directly into a laboratory.
Has he noticed this?
He has not.
I cast disguise self
Mm-hmm.
and make myself look like a Yuan-Ti with its tongue cut out
Okay.
because I can't speak.
Yep.
Like obviously.
Ah,
Yeah.
clever.
I will
Clever girl.
Clever guy.
tap the sides of my circlet
Yeah.
and cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I
I will put my shield behind me and then
I get rope and I
Just
tie it
roll.
around his hands. Drask, stop! I grab Drask by the back and I tie his hands behind him and act like he's a slave.
Okay.
Where's my disguise?
I literally just start cracking it at him. The fact that he's tied it.
But I haven't tied. I've just like kind of loosely wrapped it around. I haven't like tied a knot. So like, if you had to, you could just like.
I
Quick,
crack
hold
it
on
and
to
then I
this, you wrap it around
realise
his wrist and he holds onto it himself.
when I realise it's loose, I'm
Gives him that knowing look.
He does that nod and goes like this.
You
guys. I wouldn't.
I grab Drask and I just start kind of like walk him and like kind of like shoving around.
So I just sort of, as I turn invisible, I just sort of move to the side and let them go in front of me.
And I just walk confidently past the other snake, and if he looks at me, I'll just be like,
You came through the back door.
I like point at my mouth, showing my tongue's been cut off.
That means you must have the key. Do you have? I can't see him. Do you have? You don't have a key. Do you? How did you get in? Oh. Do you get? You must have got that from the mushroom fields. I've been wanting to get that for years. I've been going out there harvesting it and walking the long way round. Do you mind if I have the key? How will I ever? It takes me so long. I go there every day. I come to find you later.
And I start pushing Drask. Get a little like slap in the back of the head.
It's like he's at the dentist.
You can tell that the scientist guy looks really defeated because for years he's been trying to get there without having to walk all the way around through the store and catch the boat. And he found a way, quicker way.
I know the way.
But
The door's open for him.
Well, it is now, yeah. But you'd notice that all of the around that room as well, it has like a bunch of those mushrooms and moles and things. He's actually been collecting them, and that's sort of what he's studying. Yeah.
Catch.
So I walk Drask and myself
And I follow.
out the chamber. Which one? Oh, there we go.
Let's play this.
Do that like
We-
that.
I guess as we get through, do we see where the smoke's coming from?
Oh yeah.
Is it billowing out into the?
Yeah, you'd see some smoke coming up that hallway, but it's it's a little bit more clear out here. Like it's not. If you look down the hallway, it's really still kind of smouldering, but a lot of the fuel has been burnt down.
Did we start walking back towards the storage room?
You guys were
Yeah, we're in
here
there.
last.
Yeah, that's right.
We hadn't
Yeah.
walked anywhere yet.
Where we got told no.
Yeah.
You'll find it on the head.
Oh yeah, that bit by the way there, I forgot to mention. Like you can probably see it's a little ramp that goes up there. By the way,
Yeah.
it's not. It's still. There's no relevance.
Oh,
it just
yeah.
is a little ramp.
Yeah, I can see
You can slide down.
Just for atmosphere. There's a
the
ramp.
shading.
I can get a skateboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the middle of the hallway, I just kind of like start looking around
So we can see the smoke sort of coming out.
To the left of
Yeah.
you.
So
Right now, are you standing here?
Yeah.
Okay, so standing there, you can see
Yeah.
this way. You can see a small part of the corridor and then a door.
Yeah.
In front of you, you can see a corridor that seems to go out to a really lit room. On the left-hand side, you can see sort of smoky sort of area in a long corridor.
I would like to pull my hands back apart
Yeah.
and then point straight ahead to the one with the light on it.
yeah.
And then I point back towards smoke and I go, see smoke. That's where we were before.
Do we
So
know
that
what's
way.
there or not?
But that's what it. Like shit, can't
You
talk.
can still talk.
Oh yeah, true. It's just a disguise.
Yeah, that's it.
The other ones, they were down that room. They could be there.
Maybe.
With that much smoke, I'm sure they wouldn't be there anymore.
I don't know where else they are. That's the only place we know.
But they would have gone away from the smoke, so they're either gone into this door here, or they've gone that way, I think. And that door looks
Fair.
locked.
So
Looking at
straight
the door, does it look like it has a keyhole?
On that door to
You
your
said there's
right
a
hand side.
door there.
Yeah, I will find out here.
Because when it's crossroads, one goes that way, one goes left where the smoke
So,
is, and then right
open
there's a door.
chamber.
So there's a
Alright,
door
so
there.
it's straight or left. We go.
Yeah. Or straight or right.
And then, on the left. we
So
have
it
six.
looks like that door just slides open.
You
It doesn't
guys
look like there's a
have
lock
keys,
on
so
it.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, just looks like it slides. Yeah.
Let me check.
But you don't know that door.
They wouldn't have a key to get through that.
It doesn't look like it needs a key.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh
Shit.
I'm just gonna go up to the door, see if it moves.
Yeah. So walking up to it and sort of pulling it to the side, it does slide. It's pretty heavy, but it does seem to slide.
I sort of just want to poke my head in, like, just sort of have a quick
Pull
glance.
it to the side and put your head in.
Just having a
As
yeah,
you
peek.
Yeah,
I
as
see
you
an
as you
average
as you pull that door open a little bit, instantly as soon as you do this foul odor just wafts up through that room. Like you can just smell. It's horrible. Like there's just so much. There's just death that is
Close it
happening.
straight away.
Yeah.
Fucking was it me?
Yeah.
God, it stinks the eyes.
What'd you see? What
I
happened?
didn't see shit. That it stinks in there.
Alright, so straight or left.
Yeah.
Having a glass case of emotion.
I don't know.
Flip a coin.
I vote straight.
I guess it's up to you and me. Straight or left.
Well, alright, it's a three-way vote.
So we're gonna go one way or the other. Three people to
he
vote.
said straight.
Two choices.
If
So
you
what
vote
was
straight,
our-
we go straight.
What was our view going straight?
So your view going straight.
Long corridor with a lit room.
It's a long corridor, but you can see it opens to a lit room. But you can
Noises?
also hear noises in there, like there seems to be some sort of ritual going on down there.
No, I don't want to go near
I'm
ritual.
sure they would have avoided that. We'll go left. Yeah, left.
Down the long corridor.
Towards
Alright.
the smoke.
Left it is.
Walk down.
Mm-hmm.
As we go past the corridor, is
Yeah.
it still ablaze?
You can see it's not totally ablaze, but there's still smoulder down there. Like you can tell that's where the fire has been / is.
Oh, there's two ways here.
Sweet.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Now can we go straight?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Okay.
what are we gonna do now?
I don't know. Maybe we have to go back and
Yeah, or would you like
teleport
something?
out, or
Let's head back down to where we were. Maybe we go check out the room that was near the laboratory.
yeah. All right, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
No, we'll head that way.
Because I feel like if we go further down here, we're gonna lead into more people.
Yeah, maybe try and stay outside.
Okay.
We're gonna head back towards laboratory,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
and then we practically run into these guys. I'm assuming.
Yep. You guys would sort of run into each other,
Not until I talk to you.
and you as a Yuan-Ti would see him as a Yuan-Ti, and it would just be very awkward.
Yeah, because I got dressed.
I just g'day.
And you see him dragging Drask along like he's found another prisoner,
And I'm walking past like,
and you're dragging him like he's a prisoner.
yeah, and I kind of look at Drax, and I'm like,
No, but I'd see him and I'd be like,
hey.
like, guys, it's me.
Would I recognize him? Because we were in the same area when he
Yeah.
turned.
No, but you'd still recognise.
But I might have been caught,
Demi.
captured.
Yeah, he might have been captured.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
trying to
that's
work
the
out
problem we
shit.
have.
If I recognize
You're like
him,
him with
then
the
I
Spider-Man.
guess-
Oh, actually, no. Just be like a nod and keep walking.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering, would I recognize
We
him?
don't know.
You'd
recognise-
Because
You-
I'm pretty
you would.
sure
I'll
you and me
recognise
were
him.
around here
But he might be captured.
when,
Yeah,
when you
same
turned. weren't you?
Yeah, I turned in the room outside,
Yeah, I was in there with
smart.
you.
and then I ran out to get in the line.
Just
Give me a history check and see if you do it.
should we jump this young and get Demi?
21.
Yes.
John, you're pretty confident. You're pretty confident you remember who it is.
As he sort of like
Get him!
gets closer, I'm just like,
So they're attacking him.
Wait.
animal,
They're attacking him, by the way.
it's animal.
What?
Are you still invisible?
Yeah,
It can still talk to you.
Oh, okay.
You just can't see me.
but they've attacked him, so.
Alright, if I roll above 10, I'm not gonna hit you. If I roll 10 or above, I'm not gonna hit you. If I roll below 10,
No
then I'll
pluses,
hit
no
you.
pluses.
No pluses, no
Straight
pluses.
roll.
if you hit me, I banish you.
9!
You fuck.
Hits him.
I hit him with my whip.
Alright.
Or I attempt to hit him with my whip.
Sure. Banish.
Bye!
Bye.
Dude, you look like a Yuan-Ti. He just told me we should jump the Yuan-Ti.
Yes, one you are.
Because we were trying to save him. So,
And I'm still just,
alright,
like,
so D20
Freaked out by
here.
you, like, don't make emotions.
Is
Mate, I
there-
think you're gonna be
Get it.
fine. That was a 15.
That hits.
Is there any way for me to
Maxie's
hinder
12,
his
dude.
attack?
Demon.
Any way to
With
sort of
leather
to stop
armor.
his attack?
Yeah, I don't know
Deceptive.
if that would be me
9.
considered attacking or not. I don't know.
Oh, you could use a.
Don't
You
you
could
think
try and
so?
dex check to try and block it if you want to try.
Guys, stop.
Wait, what? Well,
That's
Make a
animal.
strength check to grab his hand as he goes to swing.
yeah.
What?
That's animal.
What is it you want to eat?
Who's that?
9.
That's Pax. Wait.
Hey, what the fuck is going on? That really fucking hurt.
I gotta stop it. I'm not able to stop it.
He needs the team to be can take me around so we can get around this place.
Did you not? Did you not see
thing.
Oh god. I was hiding up against the wall.
when the slave master came out? He changed into the guy
Oh my
to
That
look
we
like the
killed.
guy that we killed before.
Why didn't you say something when you saw me?
Why is fucking him?
Well,
I thought you'd be captured.
We were going to save you.
We're saving you.
Look,
Oh,
okay.
Well, how the hell did you get in here?
We found a key.
How'd you find a key?
Oh, that would have been fucking handy, wouldn't it?
Also,
I lift up the key that they
Also-
can't see.
where the hell is Tim?
he's here somewhere.
I'm here.
Yeah, I heard it before.
I'm right next to you.
But look, we think we think we found a spot to have a long rest.
I'm right next to you, man. Come on.
Alright, so do we do that or do we want to explore a bit longer?
No,
I think we should definitely have a rest.
Should find somewhere to rest.
Where's Tim?
Alright.
So if we go back and we take those 2 boats, there's this cave we can go into and sleep there.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
That's a good idea.
So if both of us in our U-Auntie form with these 2 prisoners,
Me still invisible.
Yeah.
walk back through that
Laboratory.
Yep.
Put my hands back, tied up again.
and I'm like, oh, Tim, pass me the key.
And I look at Drax. I'm just like holding the jar.
And he's standing there holding it out and you're like, give me the key. He's like,
Alright, as you walk back through the laboratory, Zolpal says, he goes, "Oh, I'm glad that you're back. You've seen you twice today."
yes. Good seeing you again. Orders to take these guys out and up. So we'll see you later. Found a key.
I heard he has the key. He can't. He seems like he can't speak very well. I think he needs another doctor. But
Yeah, he had his tongue cut out for some reason or other. So
if he listens to you, could you please let him know that once he's done, can you please return the key to me? Because
yeah, I'll let him know.
I'd like to be able to take this shortcut that you guys seem to be using.
Too easy. As soon as I get my own key back, you can have that one.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
I appreciate it.
Walk them out, close the door, lock
Yeah,
it.
there's that.
Okay.
Put the key.
Hold on to the key.
Yeah, put the key.
So as you lock it behind it, you just hear on the inside, you go, "No!"
Not again.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozle pulls Opal.
Pour one for him.
Guys, we need both boats. We
Okay.
need to take both boats just so no one rows over there.
Okay.
I like your thinking.
Alright.
Why are your hands behind your back?
Oh, yeah, I can undo that now. Yeah, we're okay. We're good. Alright, you guys hop in the boats. I'll push one of them.
Alright, just getting boats and
I'll jump in the other one and start rowing.
Where are we going?
over
Just
there.
up ahead.
And then
So
Where's
you get
Tim?
both the boats and
I'm in the boat.
you managed to make it all the way back up to that area without any additional sort of problems.
I
And-
think we should drag the boats up in further so
Why
don't
why
don't
don't,
we-
why don't we
that's a good
flip
idea.
the boats over and sleep under the boats, and then also the slime can't drip on us.
But it'll eat through the
That's a
boat.
really good idea.
Eat through the boat, eat through your shield.
Yeah, but we don't go all the way into where the slime is.
Yeah.
We just go to that
Why
inside
do we need to sleep under the boat?
because we're hiding the boats.
Well, what if we drag the boats in and then we like stack the boats on top of each other and then we sleep behind the boats?
Okay, good idea.
But if someone walks in, they might still see us if we're under
But they're
the
not
boats.
because there's 2 boats on top of each other and we're behind the boat, so they're just going to see 2 boats stacked.
And
then
they go
see
charge
us.
up against the wall.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Okay.
as like a barrier so people
Just
can't
mean
get
we're
in.
going to be pretty
because of
close,
others.
though, right?
Tight.
Okay.
Hey, does anyone get like bad vibes from this cave, or is it
Little
just me?
like.
Just you.
Just don't
Okay.
go down the back.
Are you having a stroke?
So
Yes.
set ourselves up somewhere where there's no fungus and no slime directly
Yeah, that's-
above.
As long as you don't go
All the way up to that bit there, you've got all of that area with
Oh,
no
no,
slime.
I reckon we
Yeah.
go into that. like turn a little bit where we
Yeah.
definitely can't be
I,
seen.
I think we put the boats like across
The slide line
here.
starts after that little extra
Yep.
thing.
Put the boats here and then
Yeah.
sleep like back here.
Done.
Okay.
Long
Sounds
rest.
Long
Sounds good.
Long rest.
And everyone gets an extra D8
Like,
because the
Level
music.
11.
And then as long rest. As I go to sleep,
you'll get an extra
Yeah.
D8 when you use your die.
as
Well,
I
it
go
doesn't
to
add
sleep,
long
I'm
rest.
just gonna lay down, arm on my head.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Some more conversation in. Little bitch.
we're in the mushroom cave.
What? How did you get there? That's not where you're supposed to go.
I don't know. I couldn't get through the other way. It was all locked.
I'll send for you during the night. Make sure you stay near the entrance. We'll get you out.
Look behind the boats.
No, we can leave the rest of them there. We'll just get you, and we'll bring you. We'll bring you to us.
So,
Okay. We're all fucked.
Over and out.
I'll take first watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take second.
Wouldn't he take first one?
Oh, you can. Who wants to?
I'm trying to think if Drax would be like, yes, I'm first.
Well,
Drax.
are you Drax or is this
I
Drax?
don't know.
I don't know. I'm Drax.
Drax.
Who's Drax?
Sorry, I Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who the fuck is Drax?
Come
He's your cousin.
Come with a character called
Are you
D-Rex.
Drax?
Drax.
Are you Drax?
I am Drax.
I'll take second watch, guys.
I'll take third.
I'll
So
take
as-
fourth if needed.
As you sort of
I ain't doing shit.
as you eat and heal up, and you start sort of going through the night. Sort of first watch goes by, and you hear some sort of commotion out the front. You hear some boats going by. It sounds like people are coming and going out there. Doesn't seem like they're coming up out of the river though. It seems like they're just passing by. You don't hear anything for a few hours, and the second watch goes and starts.
Tap Drax on the shoulder.
Your watch. Thanks, man. Where'd you sit? Okay, alright.
So you can pick through the boats
Okay.
without being seen.
Oh, that's good. Right, I'm gonna do that.
And I go to sleep.
So as
I'll
Pax
climb to
goes
the
off
other
to
side of the boats, and so sort of like where the boats were, just on the other side, so I can just see the water.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
Alright.
come get me.
This is like the biggest booty calling I've ever seen. Hey, baby.
I'm sending my best men. Be ready.
Make sure you make it look like you're kidnapping.
We
A fan
will.
rocks up.
We will.
White van.
Yeah.
White boat.
So
Black coat clothes.
a few minutes later, a white boat comes to the comes to the front of the little makeshift dock area that you've got,
The door slides open.
service.
and out of the boat jump 4 big stocky Yuan Team Allisons with hoods over them.
Fucking stockings on.
But they don't cut the eyes out. They don't cut the eyes out.
Both sides open, 4 you want to with stockings over their heads. Go.
They come running towards you, and they're like, "You must be Drax. Get in the van."
They put a bag over your head, a sack over your head, and they
And
fucking
then I look at them and go, okay. And then I punch myself in the face until I start bleeding, and then I spit it on the ground.
Right.
And then I like walk myself across, but drag my feet along the ground.
Okay, so as you drag your feet along the ground, that makes a bit of noise, a bit of commotion.
I will see if I hear
And
it. 'cause I was
what
next.
are your passive perceptions?
Mine's 12 and they're 15.
fucking rubbish.
Okay,
That's a good stat.
so
Fucking rubbish.
Fucking no.
so those of you that have over 10,
Oh, yes.
so
Yay! 11!
you hear a little bit of commotion outside. As you sort of start coming to your senses, and you go walk over and you sort of inspect and have a look around the side of the boats, you see out in the river, you see Drask getting pulled away by 4 big Yuan Team Allisons that are completely cloaked, and they're in the boat and they're starting to paddle away.
I cast Banish.
Fireball.
I cast Banish.
Why would you do that?
I'm slow to get up.
He's right there!
No, you don't want to do it?
No.
Alright.
Why not?
You want to go to banish?
Commit to
I
it.
cast
Commit to
Banish
it.
at 5th level.
Because he's about to be my DM. So.
On who?
I can cast I cast it on 2 of those people.
I cast Banish at 5th level on the other 2.
I need a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saves?
Yeah, charisma saves.
He's getting kidnapped and all of a sudden, poof, they're all
You
disappear.
just see both of
What the fuck happened here?
them.
Dress
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is so crazy.
It's just like we look at each other, Banish on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Although they're going to win, so they have advantage on this save.
Alright.
Son of a bitch.
So, you managed to banish one, and you managed to banish one.
Okay. What did they roll?
Well, there was 2 that were 18, so there was 2 that were 18. So I'm guessing you didn't banish those. The other 2 rolled like 12. So,
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No,
So 2 are gone.
so you get 1 each.
Oof.
I'm going to throw a fireball at one of them.
By a bolt or
Bolt.
As you're doing that, though, they're still paddling.
That's fine. I got
They're trying to get out of there. They're on a
120
mission.
The 2 pop back into existence and they're just straight in the water.
Oh, miss.
Yes.
Nat
And
one.
they keep paddling. They're like paddle dashing. Like they're getting out of there.
I'll do the
As
same
they're doing
thing.
it.
Seeing him fire one off, hearing those, I'll
Make a
get up and
performance check.
I'll fire off a fireball.
He was like,
as well. Yeah,
I should have banished
With
them.
advantage because it looks very legit.
Performance. Alright, so it's either going to be 17 or 11. So
It would have been
17.
funny if I could have banished them
17 for my fireball.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could bash all 4 of them.
That hits. Yep.
5.
Oh, we don't get our long rest either.
And you see his sort of his shoulder hit and just gets a bit on fire, and you see him sort of drop his shoulder, but then he keeps paddling. And at this point, they've started to get around the corner, and now they're sort of
They're
getting.
going that way?
They're going this way, and they're getting.
Okay.
They've just rounded that corner.
So
So
now-
for you guys to see them
Probably
here, you're gonna
pretty
have
hard
how
shoot.
far are they now still?
to. They're now about here.
So
They're now about here. They're now about here.
How about for
They're now about here.
Any distance.
There's a
HT.
5. There's a 5 per thing. So they are probably now 50 feet from you.
I really want a fireball.
That's up to you.
Because I know he can take it.
Wait, how far are they from us? What did
Oh.
they say?
Oh.
If I was to
If you
run-
guys were here, then
Yeah.
you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. They're now at 55.
Oh, no,
Now
I
it's
dropped,
60.
I drop Banish and I cast Banish on Dras.
I'm gonna
Can you see me though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
60
use-
feet, yeah. If you
I'm
get to the
laying
edge.
down in the boat.
I use my
Yeah.
I'm laying down in the boat.
Yeah, if you're laying in the boat, you can't really
I'm
visibly
gonna
see.
cast Shatter on the boat.
Nice.
Nice.
So well, you said first.
No,
are
no,
you going
no,
to cast
no,
fire?
no.
Okay, we're holding it back.
Now hold it back.
All right.
He wants it so bad.
You tried to banish before the
I'm
show.
trying to
So
save you.
So
do you need to be able to visibly be able to see this person? If you have to be able to visibly see him, you won't be able to.
I need to be able to see in range.
Yeah, so he's
Can't you
lying.
banish the boat?
Well, you could.
No.
I don't know. He's lying down.
One
in the-
creature.
Yeah, he's lying down in the boat. So if you can't
If
visibly
I can't see
him,
him, then I'm not going to drop Banish.
This is
Alright.
This is painfully intense
shatter.
noise.
What save is banished?
Charisma.
Yeah, so
What's his charisma?
I'm casting it like on the boat to try and just get to get the 2 of them that are still there.
Yeah.
So I need a con save from the 3 of them.
Okay.
You included, because you're on the boat.
Con
I'm
save?
assuming you're within the 10-foot radius sphere of the boat. Yeah, con save.
Okay.
Mod 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
We got a 19 and a 21.
Okay, so
Damn.
your save, so you just take half damage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
That's not that great. 11. So 5. Thanks, 5 again.
And so looking further down there, you can probably see them till they hit about here before if they've rounded that bend too much to see them anymore.
I was going to just say before they disappear outside,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to drop Banish and I'm going to cast Dimension Door to the boat.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you're going to dimension door onto the boat.
Onto the boat.
Okay, sure.
Let's go, fam.
You can do that. Alright, so you dimension door onto the boat, and now you're on the
If
boat.
there's someone
You don't
right,
need to drop Banish. to
Banish is
dimension.
concentration.
Yeah, but
Dimension's
dimension door concentration.
No, but don't if you cast another spell, you
No, it's
drop
only if you-
concentration.
It's another
It's only a
spell.
concentration.
Oh, okay, then I won't drop it. Then that's fine. I will. If there's someone right next to me, I'll just touch them and take them with me.
So it'll be.
Whoever was closest to me.
No, you're going to the boat. So.
Oh, it's not me.
I'm next to you, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, Tim was going for the shatter, so he'd be next to you.
Yeah. Touch him, boom, and I've just fucking disappeared. Not even saying anything. I just touch him and gone.
And you guys both land on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is he like?
And as soon as that happens, they raise their scimitars at you and they go to swing.
Is there only
Yeah.
2 left?
Yep.
Alright.
2 in the
Yeah.
boat? Yeah.
And they go to swing,
Alright.
and that's what we're going to call it for
Thank
tonight.
God.
For
So tired.
If you just like went without being fine, you would be like, yeah, cool, away we go. And then you
Sure, I
can
should have done. I
say-
should have just gone by myself and just come back.
Oh, I had to make it look real. So I couldn't just, be like,
Yeah.
oh no, just take me away, boys.
Thank you everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you for the few new followers we got and the new subs. Thank you Voltaz, Casual H, and everyone else that was here tonight. Everyone else that's watching, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, that sort of thing. And we will be seeing you again on this coming Friday with Curse of Strahd episode
I said he wanted
with old bearded mate over there
Do you
as the
even play
DM.
anymore?
So
to.
make sure you tune into that as well. But other than that, if you like this story as well, we'll be back next Tuesday. So
Yeah, boy.
tune back in. Thank you everyone for watching and
Fucking hell.
good night.
Don't forget to check out our sponsors,
Sponsors.
Dice Smith, Reroll, Sirenscape, and Miniature Hub. Alright, so check them all out, support them because they support us, and that's us bring you this fantastic content free of charge.
And they are all down below underneath the stream, so you can click
Yes.
on their links.
Literally just trying
All
to
the
get
links are there.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check out our merch. We have some jumpers and we have t-shirts. Get on them.
And a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Dungeons, Drugs,
Whose
and
base is
Doggos.
Yes.
I think it's just spare base.
All right. Well, thank you everyone.